went live, potentially, probably. I love how Jordan's in the center. That's the best. That's the best thing. I love how he's in the center. All right, are we live on YouTube, boys? I think yeah, we're live. I see us. Yeah, I saw Jordan just do his thumbs up on the YouTube replay or on the YouTube page. Hey, what's up, everyone? OJ here. Welcome to another PE podcast. We're at episode number 77. We should have a pretty good show for you guys, and we got a nice cast of awesome people here late night for you guys. So hopefully you guys are all doing well. I know I am. I'm going to go ahead and introduce my crew. I'm going to start off with the person that's right there in the center that's struggling with YouTube because he doesn't know how to use YouTube. I mean, unfortunately. I helped you out there. I said I put in a... I told YouTube to hurry it up. You know what I'm saying? That's what I told him to do. So yeah, you might see a lot of us drinking water this podcast because unfortunately, well, Jordan drinks Zevia. Unfortunately, I let these guys know before I get into the rest of the intros. I let these guys know that 8-hour stream. How are you guys muted?
They can't
Am I muted?
So I'm guessing.
Why are okay? That's stupid. I don't know why you guys were muted. Okay.
See, no. I turned on the stream on my end to listen to it, and I can hear us.
Okay, so
David N said we're muted, and then everyone else starts saying,
are we muted or not muted? Okay, so Jordan, let's try this again. Hey, Jordan, how's it going, man?
I turn it on and it goes. It's
Jordan,
on. It's
how
on.
are we doing today, Jordan? Do you think that you're muted right now?
I don't know. I don't think I'm muted.
Let's do introductions again. All right. So right there, right in the front and center, we've got Jordan French. How you doing today, Jordan?
I'm doing.
And you've got
That's about it.
What happened? I helped you out with YouTube. I mean, you don't know how to use it, right?
He didn't help me out with YouTube. Literally, my YouTube was being some hot garbage and wouldn't process my video in HD for like an hour until as soon as we hit live on the podcast. So brand new video out on the channel. When this podcast is over, go check it out. When battery's low, subscribe to the gaming channel. I'm doing great. I've said this twice now. Glad to be here. And then OJ is going to say we all have water. Then I pull in the Zevia. And
yeah, exactly. That's exactly what happened. We have water because I got dehydrated the other day, guys. I got dehydrated because I streamed Smash forever and I forgot to drink enough water. I didn't drink enough water. So you're gonna see us drinking water, getting back to hydrating, and that's also the reason why I didn't stream earlier today. Is because I was like, you know what, I'm not feeling well because I was dehydrated the previous day. So I was just taking a little bit to get back into it, and also my diet was kind of trash too. So I wanted to take a day to kind of get my body back right, and then we'll be back to the dual streams again because I would have streamed twice for today on the PE podcast just so we can have regular OJ live. But sorry about that, guys. My body just needed some time. I'm old. I told you guys I'm 45. So the older you get, the more your body needs. You got to take care of your body, eat your vegetables, all that stuff like that, drink your water. And I'm really feeling that. Back in the day when I was a kid, man, I used to be able to play football, rush for 200 yards, come back, play video games, wake up, go there, go out, party, come back. Bam. But now I'm old. No, I can't even do that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. But anyway, Baron is muted. So then we're going to move on to the next person. Shadow Fox, how you doing tonight, my man?
Hey, what's going on? And answer the question in the chat. Yes, I am drinking water because I'm still hungover from the last PE podcast. So no, but I got to go for a good little run in the morning. Time to get back healthy again. So
that's the biggest thing, man. It's just exercise and diet. Diet's the biggest thing in terms of, I'm pretty sure you know that. So yeah, diet's the biggest thing, man. Just cutting off on them, those fatty foods and carbs and just kind of doing more of the lean stuff and veggies, man. It's boring as hell, but it gets the job done. That's how I lost my weight,
Fish and salad. That's all you can really do.
Fish, salad, veggies, broccoli, corn, peas, green beans, whatever, all that stuff. That's how I lost my 50, 60 pounds, man. It sucked ass, though, I'll be honest. Like it was kind of, it's like
it's a mental game.
You know what I'm saying? It's a mental game. Jordan, you've lost like what, 30 pounds? 20, 30? Somewhere in that range?
About a little over 20. I've slacked sense of traveling recently. So it is what it is. But still gonna hit it hard, and early by I would say by the summer of next year, I want to be at my goal of like not fat.
The goal is not fat. I mean, somebody said in the chat, somebody said cut on Twinkies. Like Twinkies shouldn't be something you eat at all. Like that should just be something that you expel from your diet.
I don't think I've had a Twinkie in about a decade, bro.
Yeah, it's been a while for me too. I haven't had a Twinkie since.
When I think of junk food, it's not like I'm not eating Twinkies or Oreos all day. I'm having like a bag of chips here and there. Like that's junk food to me. Is like, oh, I'll once every 2 days have a bag of chips, or I'll have a bun on a burger. You know, that's the junk food in my opinion. I'm not, bro. Like I couldn't. Like I would rather have like, I guess they're still bad for you, but like fruit snacks, you know, like they're not even the best for you. But I'd rather have that as my junk food than a Twinkie. Twinkies after like a bite will make me sick.
Dude,
fruit snacks have a lot of sugar.
I can, they have too much sugar. I can eat a whole thing of fruit snacks on one day, like just in one day.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
I can eat the whole box.
Fruit snacks are my favorite.
Yeah, fruit roll up. I can eat like every single fruit roll up in the whole thing, like easy. Like it would just be gone. Like, or like gummy worms or something like that. So I mean, it's pretty crazy.
I'm down.
Yeah, but anyway, and also last but definitely not least, we got our boy VC here. VC, how you doing tonight, my man?
I'm doing good. As Aaron's saying, is my mic still off? And now they're saying my mic's off, which I know it's not. I heard myself.
No,
but I have been having mic issues on my recent stream yesterday, which it's unfortunate, but people came out. It was a great time for the broadcast episode 4. You can check that out on my channel. I also been streaming Mother 3. First time playing it and playing English. It's so good. The writing in that game is very good. There's a reason why it's clearly not in America. There's obvious reasons. I've heard early on.
I've heard so many crazy things about that, and I've played a bit myself. Shout outs to Jeff Burns with the dollar donation. He says, so Fire Emblem update dropped a couple hours ago with new places to go, and Anna and Jerisa as playable characters. Yeah, the Fire Emblem update did drop. Season pass content number 3.
J2 Blue, of course I can drop a hot 16. You don't have to ask. It's easy.
All right, right now.
Right now? I need a beat and everything too. It's not like a cappella. Don't you expect?
There you go. This
is turning.
But I've been playing a lot of Dragon Quest XI S. I have a review of that coming tomorrow. I reached the climax of going from one part of the game to another. I'm not going to spoil anything because I know I'm a little ahead of where you are, I believe, OJ. But the game's been very, very enjoyable. I'm not going to go into the review, but I can't wait to bring that out as well. That's what I've pretty much been up to, and I'm going to continue starting to get better with more streams, and I plan on getting a new mic specifically for streaming, and I'll just use this for audio recording or on Discord.
All right. Sounds good. All right, so let's go and let's get into the topics here today, guys. Got a pretty good list of different stuff to talk about here. We're gonna go ahead and start off with let me see here. We're gonna go ahead and start off with Death Stranding reviews drama. So this is interesting because the game is coming out. The game is coming out pretty soon here. What is going on?
If you're talking about me, I'm sorry. I'm
What are you doing?
I just
organizing.
It's
like checking every document he has. He's like, this paper.
Yeah.
Whoa.
I'm checking. I just got a new PCIe card from Amazon and whatnot, and I'm going to install a NVMe SSD.
You can do it. Just mute your mic in the meantime. So we're gonna get into some Death Stranding review drama. 5 Nights of Shadow Fox's building Labo. So we're gonna get into some Death Stranding review drama. I'm actually legit tired of this topic, and but it's coming out tonight, so we decided to talk about it. People have been playing, or it's already out. People have been playing it. Some people who bought the game have already got their copies of it. But the review drama with this is probably what the angle I'm going to take is like the Game Awards, right? So now it went up to like 85. Now, and then, or it was like an 83, and then it went up to like 85, and people were like going back and forth.
It kind of went from 83 to 81 to 83 to 85.
Yeah,
to
okay, there you go. There you go.
That's outrageous. That's crazy fluctuation in review score.
I've never seen a fluctuation like this before at all with review. Usually it's like it starts off at a low and then it goes to a high, or usually it starts off with a high and then it drops maybe like a point or two. Like this is like ridiculous, like how much this is fluctuating, you know?
It's
And
counteraction reviews. For every good review, there's a negative review.
So, do you guys think, now that it looks like the dust has settled on this, it's going to be like at an 83. Do you guys think this is
Oh,
going
the
to be
dust ain't settled.
the Game Awards? The Game Awards, is this nominated Game of the Year? Do you guys think it's going to be nominated for some categories? Because you guys know how Keely is. What are you guys' thoughts on this, man?
Fan reception, man. That's this weekend is going to be a test to how much praise this game's really going to get. Like I told you before we started, I've been watching a streamer who's literally been just playing it for hours and hours, and I'm watching him go throughout like just the lands, walking around, and he's loving it, like legitimately loving it, not faking up for the camera, like he's doing fun stuff and trying to make some fun, and he's legit enjoying it. And I'm like, oh, okay, that's cool. And I want to watch someone who's not. I want to find someone who's legitimately not liking it. But we'll see by the end of the weekend who's really where the community really stands, as well as how many returned to GameStop in the 48 hours.
Yeah, that deal is great.
We'll see.
Yeah. Well, I mean, what's you guys' thoughts? I mean, who's planning on picking up the game? Are you? I mean, I know you said something like you're going to be getting the game VC, like Redboxing it.
Yeah, Redbox has it for $350.
Wow.
Are you
So
sure
it's like, why not?
Are you sure you're going to be able to get a copy of the game? Like when you go, I mean, it might be popular, right?
Oh, of course it's going to be popular, but not many people know about that method. Of course, I mentioned it on Twitter and got a lot of likes, but no one knows. It's like a few extra people heard about it. Like
depends on where you live, but my issue is you never know when the game's going to come out too, because Redbox just whenever.
Yeah,
whenever they're available.
That's why I was going to go on Saturday. I assume Saturday would be a great day. I go early in the morning. No one's going to be there. So
yeah. People don't really do Redbox anymore. I have a Redbox by like right next to my house, and like people don't do video games from there. Whenever I'm there, because I go to CVS a lot to buy whatever. Like I spend too much at CVS. But anyway, that's another thing.
Yeah,
like,
for me, my Redbox is right next to 7-Eleven. So I go in there and get my snacks, get whatever I want, out.
7-Eleven was dope back in the. I used to go to 7-Eleven all the time back in the day.
Oh, where I live, Wawa is the thing. Like,
yeah, Wawa. I've heard about that. That's like an East Coast thing.
Wawa's a great.
Yeah, it's like
very good.
Okay, yeah. Me, it's just CVS, so it's just like they sent me something in the mail the other day. Like you are in the top 1% of spenders in California. I'm like, I need to do something about that. I was like, why am I spending so much at CVS?
Hey, CVS is better than Rite Aid anyway. So.
Oh, hell yeah, CVS is better than Rite Aid. I have my own personal reasons why I'd say that. I'll tell you guys later.
What, story time?
Maybe, yeah, OJ story time. Well, I mean, I don't know. If you followed me back in the day, I mean, I used to work, Rite Aid, like health coaching and doing stuff like that. So
yeah.
I have my own reasons. But yeah, either way, what about you, Shadow Fox, man? I'm seeing you're unboxing like a new stuff for your PC, so that means you're going to get Death Stranding later?
This is actually for an older Mac Pro I have. I've been all week. I've been putting out videos and stuff, and whatnot, and me updating it. And so far, I've got Geek Bench scores that are better than the 2013 Mac Pro. And all I did was I updated this is the last part of the update for me. I've already updated the 12 cores, and now I've got this PCIe NVMe SSD. And I'm going to go ahead and put in there, and that's going to be my fast boot there, and that's going to be, I'm going to make my old Mac Pro my primary Final Cut machine. Go figure. Who would have thought that the trash can would be beat by a machine that is significantly older than it? But I put a RX 580 in it. It currently has 64 gigs of RAM, and I'm good to go. So you're
gonna play Death Stranding on that? Is that what you're trying to say?
I probably could actually. I probably could play Death Stranding on it, to be honest. But nah, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna trash up my Mac by doing that. So, but no, I will. I do plan on getting Death Stranding at some point. I need to just review it for reviewing sake. So maybe I want to say maybe December, sometime beginning of December. I'll take a look at that. I may stream it. Who knows? So, but that's what I at least plan on doing. But we know how all that goes. Mm-hmm. So, other than that, I do have a couple of videos in the pipe that they'll be on the channel probably in the next, might be tonight before the end of tonight. But I would say by the end of this stream, I should have it up. To be honest with you.
Okay,
so,
nice.
Just waiting.
Sounds good. So Death Stranding, we're all in agreement that Death Stranding probably isn't gonna win any game. Like it's not gonna win Game of the Year from the Keeley Awards. But
Well, I think
We'll
it's
see.
not that it won't win. It's just that its rating clearly says it won't win. That it's an 83 right now. That's not a winning Game of the Year game, especially with how many games have above an 83 that came out this year. Sekiro, then we have Astral Chain and Fire Emblem Three Houses. Like, there's so many other games that came out this year with higher scores than Death Stranding. It'd be a shame if that game ended up Game of the Year. It'd be almost.
I'm still waiting. I'm waiting for Astral Chain to, because they say the release date was in December. That just tends to be the running trend for Jeff Keighley and Nintendo games. So I'm thinking at this point it'll be Shadows Die Twice. I'm thinking it's probably going to get a couple of nominations.
Yeah, I hope that does. It deserves it. It's a great game.
Yeah, that's kind of where I think they're going to go. That if they're just going to completely pretend like the Switch doesn't exist, they'll do that. They'll come up with obviously NBA 2K is going to take a sports game award more than likely.
I hope not.
Like
At least Madden is good.
NBA 2K like literally wins it, or it's like nominated like every year.
Like NBA 2K19. Like even though it's not even though 20 is horrible, like people were still buying 19. So go figure that it'll get nominated again probably, which is weird because I don't know, but it's just funny that game was so good last year that there was nowhere to go for them to make 20 this year. So it's like, I don't know. I'll be honest with you. I personally think that 19 could probably be nominated. I think it's probably the best sports game this year. And that was last year.
It came out early, like around May and June for like 30 cents or $1, wasn't it? Like really cheap at one point.
Yeah.
Like because that's when I got 2K19 for the Switch, when it was like literally dirt cheap. It was like a dime practically.
Everybody was downloading that.
Exactly. Apparently that game sold over 1 million on Switch.
Yep.
There you go.
Because
right
of
there.
Yep. That's literally it.
Oh my gosh, that's just that's just hilarious. But anyway, well, Death Stranding, it's coming out, guys. Obviously, a lot of you guys are probably already playing it or going to be playing the game or whatever the case is. But we'll see how it does. The review drama and all that surrounding it has just been hilarious. I think that with this whole review score thing, it's just funny because it seems like to me, man, Death Stranding is like, one of those games that like Kojima literally almost made just to be controversial. It's like, it just seems like it was built to be controversial more so than any of his other games. I don't know, man. There's just something with this game that's kind of built to be that way. And the reviews are kind of reflecting that. You got the, like Jordan was saying, like wide spectrum of people that are like, yo, this is awesome. I love walking around in a empty place. This is fun for some reason. And then other people are just like, what the hell is this? So
like I keep like the more I'm watching gameplay, like it's just such a weird thing. Like there's so much weird stuff that's happening in this game, and like I really don't know how to describe what I'm looking at half the time.
Yeah,
but
that's why I'm going to play.
Fascinating.
Yeah.
It is legit fascinating. I thought it was cool. Like the moment that I was like, that's kind of interesting. It was when he came. This guy who's playing, he came to a part where he had too much stuff and he couldn't rope to get across this thing because he was too heavy. So instead of just leaving stuff behind, he figured out a way to throw his stuff over this canyon, to just throw his items off his thing, climb over and get to where he needed to be, and then go and get them. And I was like, that's genius. Like there's cool stuff in this game that like you could do to traverse the land. Like no one really wants to do that, but the fact that you can is, I mean, it's for sure interesting. I'm watching the World War II segment stuff right now that was in the early stuff. I have no idea what's going on. There's a giant tank on the screen. This is some weird ass gameplay, but I'm into it. It's interesting. I really just want to watch the cutscenes, honestly, but it's weird.
All right. So do you think that you're going to play the movie mode in that game, or are you going to just play the regular?
100%. I'm not walking around. I don't want to walk around. It's not for dude. It takes a while. Like I literally watched a guy for 2 hours just walk, but he was having fun. At least he was having fun. I'm not gonna have fun doing that.
Yeah, I was watching IGN uploaded a video today showing what one expedition of delivering a package looks like. it's basically what we already have said multiple times about the game. From what we saw, it's a lot of moving around, micromanaging all the different cases you have. It's a lot to take in, of course, at first when you're looking at it just like that. But it does seem like it's a lot of walking around.
But like there is gameplay. Like this moment, there's a gun in his hand with ammo. Like there is gameplay in it.
They've shown the gameplay segments.
But some people forget that there's like it's not 100% walking. Like there are other segments in the game. It's just 90% walking and management of your
and you don't get like the bike or anything till later on in the game.
Right.
Man, that's crazy. Well, it is what it is.
Well, I do know one thing though.
Finally.
Oh God.
Why does Baron's like it takes him a while to even like when you invite him, it takes him so long for him to
I feel like you just sit here and wait, Baron. You wait for the right time to strike.
No. I was really trying to put all my stuff together and stuff.
Discord hates Baron.
Yeah, it really do.
Yeah, Streamlabs OBS hates me, so I feel you.
So
OBS does not like
Streamlabs
me
hates me. Oh dear Lord.
Same, Shadow Fox, same.
So what were you going to say though, Baron?
I was going to say, ain't no way in hell this thing getting nominated for Game of the Year. You can hang that up. That's not even a question anymore.
What if it does?
Well, I definitely don't think it will win, but it definitely will.
It's not getting nominated.
Are you sure?
It's not.
Like best story at least.
It's an 83, bro. It's not getting nominated. It's not happening.
It's an 83.
But I also like how we acted like an 83 is a bad score.
It's
not.
It's not a bad score. It's not a Game of the Year score.
Yeah,
I agree with that. But like, I feel like a lot of internet streaming like 83. This game is awful. I'm like,
no.
What do you mean? Awful starts when you're in the 50s. 60s are meh. 70s are decent. 80s are fine. 90s are brilliant.
80s are good. I would say
majority of games probably end up in the 80s.
If the review scores work the way that they do, technically a 50 should be a fun game because it is above average.
50's a meh. It's
yeah, like you could have fun.
Some people like it, some people don't. It's 50-50.
Yeah,
50's a bad game. If you get a 50, that's not a good game.
I would say a bad game would be like a 2 because it's literally unplayable. But then we get games
that's broken. If a game's a 2, that's like there's severe issues with that game.
Dragon Age Inquisition should have got a 2.
No, it should not.
The beginning of that game, you couldn't play it if you got glitched out.
And I understand. For example,
and it's shipped that way.
Like Skyrim on the PS3, it's like, or it's just
That's
Skyrim in general at times, But there's a lot of fun to be had in the game, like when it works, I guess, right?
Yeah. So and then fun definitely has a connotation that appears to be malleable these days.
Well, games don't have to be fun, of course.
Apparently not.
Yeah. The more and more that I look at, that I've heard people talk about it, and the more and more that I hear, in terms of what people like, the more I'm like, okay, I guess I can accept that because people play games for all different types of reasons. So it is what it is there. But yeah, Death Stranding review stuff, whatever. Play the game yourself or watch other people play it and then make your decision from there. I'm ready to stop talking about this game, though. I'll be honest. Like I'm ready to.
You're playing it, right?
There's no decision to be made. The decision is already done.
What do you mean? What decision?
It's trash, and we need to move on.
The gameplay.
That's just it. There's nothing else to discuss.
The story might be good. So.
Oh, that's good. If this was releasing in theaters and we was playing AMC, but we're not.
Kojima did said he's gonna turn his stuff into a movie studio.
Not surprised.
He need to call up Tyler Perry then and leave us gamers alone.
Well, not Tyler Perry. No.
Tyler Perry did open up his new studio.
Yeah, he's
but he ain't. Listen, Tyler Perry's one heck of an actor when he's in other films like Gone Girl and whatnot. But god damn, dude, he makes some crappy quick films in 2 weeks.
We're talking about
15 films a year.
We're talking about production side. Like he literally has turned Atlanta into the new LA. Like it's legit. He has a full studio. Everything's there.
It's very smart of him to do that.
Good movie and not another Medea produced.
Oh, I don't know. He has a replica of the White House there. I don't know. Like, legit.
Who doesn't at this point, right?
And now look at what Fernando Martinez says. Death Stranding will make you cry like an anime fan on prom night.
Ooh.
That's a
wow.
No, he's basically having a little bit of fun with. It's an old joke from Mighty Number 9. I don't know if you guys remember that game, Mighty Number 9.
Yes.
But there was the advertising.
The pain.
Yeah, the advertising was like, it'll make you cry like an anime fan on prom nights.
Oh my god.
So he just took that and put that.
Deep cut.
Now that was Mega Man 9 because that game was Mega Man 9 was stupid hard.
Mighty Number 9. Mighty Number 9.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying, like Mega Man 9 when it first. It came out of nowhere, like nobody expected this to release, and they're just like, so we're just gonna continue the Mega Man series and we're gonna make it hard, like okay. And then Mighty Number 9 is supposed to be following that, and it did not. It did not.
Mighty Number 9, it got so much crap back in the day. I remember the whole controversy with Mighty Number 9.
I think people still give it crap.
A little bit. It's been mostly forgotten, but some people still give it. People still give it some crap here and there, but it's mostly been forgotten for the most part. Man, that game had so much controversy. But I remember when it was first, like the Kickstarter or whatever was first launched, people were so happy, man. It was crazy how happy people were when the Kickstarter first launched. Like,
and then they saw the
game. So yeah. But all right, let's go ahead and move on to the next topic here, boys. And that's and I have freaking some stupid stuff in the background anyway. So next topic here, we're going to talk about Ninja on cheating. I don't know if you guys know the popular streamer Ninja, left from Twitch to Mixer. Did you guys hear what he said on cheating in the game in response to the teenager?
I saw a headline.
I actually heard what he had to say, and him actually somewhat backtracking, but then not really backtracking. So the gist of it is this. So there was a 17-year-old pro from the FaZe clan or whatever, Jarvis, I forgot his first name, that basically he got banned for he made videos of him using aimbots to help him in Fortnite and uploaded those videos to YouTube. The rules clearly state within the terms of service and everything that you're not allowed to cheat, right? You're not allowed to cheat in order to do this, and you can be banned permanently if you do so, which they've banned other people permanently. But this guy is obviously super popular Fortnite creator, 2 million subscribers on YouTube, blah, blah, blah. And they banned him, and he put up a video crying and saying, oh, I never expected this to happen and all that. So on one of Ninja's streams, who is the most popular streamer in the world, Ninja, or at least the most recognized streamer in the world, more like it. He's lost a lot of his base since going to Mixer. But Ninja said that, gist of it, Ninja said that it's okay for content creators to cheat or to use exploits and to cheat for videos because they're content creators, and that you're ruining his life by doing so. Now, if you're just a normal Joe Schmo, you're just cheating just to cheat. Like you're just gonna make another account and continue cheating. But content creators should have, this ability, or should have the right to cheat in games because they're content creators. And he also stated, when people kind of pushed back on him, he also went on to say, well, look at, I think, was it Logan Paul? Look at Logan Paul. He filmed, somebody, getting, killing themselves, and YouTube said,
the forest
filmed
thing,
them
I think,
killing themselves. He found the dead body.
He filmed a dead body of somebody who killed themselves.
Still awful.
Yeah,
I just want to make sure you're not saying the wrong thing there.
And completely against YouTube terms of service, which should have got him permanently banned, but he was not permanently banned because he was big enough for them to keep him around. But anybody else who did that smaller, probably would have been permabanned. Their channel would have been permabanned from YouTube. So he's saying that, well, since it's their career or whatever, they should get a pass, or they should do that. And a lot of people took issue with this because it shows like elitism. You know what I'm saying? It shows they get to play by different rules. People who are content creators can make money off of, just as long as they're making money off of it, they can take advantage of the system. Since they're making money, it makes it okay. And that's the problem that people have. And you're ruining the experience for other people for your benefit. I
got one question. One question about that.
Yeah.
If you work a normal job and you break the rules at your normal job, what happens?
Not a slap on the wrist, that's for sure. You get fired.
You get fired.
That's from my experience.
Yep. You probably get reprimanded once and then fired, depending on the severity.
I know about being fired.
Yeah.
Well, you're just a shitty employee.
Probably. No, but yeah, you usually get reprimanded. But I mean, if you cheat or whatever, and if you do something that's clearly stated in the rules, like you can't do this. Like,
Sure.
it's like a big problem, and you get fired. That's
Now,
why you got fired.
I think I 100% agree with him getting in trouble for what he did. Obviously, regardless if it was for making content or not. The fact is, I think that his punishment may have been too severe, especially from not only being a FaZe Clan member, but probably being an affiliate, having a creator code and all this, that Epic and the team should have privately reached out to him to reprimand him and gave him a ban or some sort of actual problems if he's technically working with them, which FaZe Clan does. There's members that have codes and work with them. So that's where I think first and foremost it should have been handled privately. It shouldn't have just been like, well, you're banned, and then he has to make that video crying. If anything, he should have been like, all right, you have to make a video saying why it's wrong to do that, why you're never going to do it again, and you're going to serve a 1 week or a 1 month ban or whatever. And that should have been on to give a 17-year-old kid a lifetime ban.
Yeah.
On what his career currently is pretty harsh. Like, obviously, yeah, he's cheating. He deserves a punishment. But that's like never giving anyone a chance to do better, which is a problem in our society sometimes, is we'll just cancel someone and not give them the chance to learn from it and do better.
Let me get your opinion on what
situation with
Ninja actually said, though. Like, do you think it's okay for
absolutely
creators
not.
to cheat for their benefit, whereas other people, they're not allowed to? But if you're a content creator, you're allowed to cheat to make money off of other people suffering in a game or other people being taken advantage of. I think that's where people really took issue with. I think lots of people think that the punishment is too stiff. I said this before myself. I said the punishment's too stiff. This is way too stiff of a lifetime ban. You know, the punishment's way too stiff.
I mean, the game's not going to be relevant for more than another like 4 or 5 years, but lifetime ban is pretty severe, especially when it's a career for especially these gaming groups right now. Like, this is what's going to get them paid, and that's their job, is to make content on there. And the thing is, like, he's IP banned, but he's also like, if he went to go play at someone else's house, made a new account, they're going to shut his shit down the second they know it's him.
Yeah.
So
that's
sucks, but
yeah, that's just really bad. It's really bad for him. I mean, what do you think, VC, on this one, man?
Well, all I know is if that ever happened to me in Smash Bros, I'd probably throw my Switch out the window. Seriously, being banned. Oh, well, I don't cheat. It's impossible to cheat in Smash, literally. It's all about technical skill and ability.
No, there's probably a way to cheat. You can figure it out.
I don't know. OJ, you think there's a way to figure that out?
There's probably a way to cheat. It's probably just not worth the effort or the time, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Probably have to hack your Switch and everything, too.
Yeah.
Oh, I know a lot of people who hack Switches out there.
Yeah. So, I mean, there's probably a way to cheat, but I'm just not sure if everybody's, people are going to, do it at some point. But, I mean, I don't know. I think that...
Well, I do think that the cheating isn't right, of course. And the fact that Ninja would defend him in regards of being a content creator, and that if you're a content creator, you can do that kind of thing, it's shady. It's not right. Especially for Ninja to even say that. Like, exactly. It's not a pass, especially from me. Like, people who cheated all the time in Call of Duty pissed me off back in the day. And I'm grateful that the times I do play Fortnite with my friends, because that's literally the only time I do play it, like to catch up and stuff, we luckily don't run into aimbots. We don't. So
yeah. And
now I don't know if his content, because I think what he said, his content, he was making it to show the effects of having them on, but I'm not sure if that's the true story. If the true story, he was just using them and got caught using them. So I'm not sure if he was pretending that he was playing or if he was showing off how good they are. If you use
he was messing with people, like a 17-year-old kid would mess with people.
But in those videos, was he admitting to using them?
Yeah.
I would assume so, yeah.
Because then I don't think that deserves a ban. Right. But I mean, you could tell when someone's aimboting their gameplay almost. Like, if they're just automatically perfect everything, then there's question.
If you're inside a house and the other person's outside the house and you get shot and killed, that's basically how it works in Fortnite.
100% accuracy.
Yeah.
100% accuracy.
Like, so,
like, if he was pretending to be that great and wasn't, then I could see the lifetime ban being a little bit more prevalent. Like, he's been lying this whole career and all this stuff. I don't think it should be a lifetime if he went from the get-go was admitting to it. It's still wrong either way. But if he was saying, like, this is this and you shouldn't do it and all that stuff, then that's a different story. You still should be in trouble.
He did,
but not a lifetime ban from a video game.
He did say that he did say that what's it called, that he never cheated in tournaments or in competitive play, but that's where you're like, well, how do we know you never did? It really
at this point now.
The
But like the
integrity
guy,
of your game.
there was a guy who did cheat in a tournament, and he literally got banned from that tournament, but was able to compete in the next tournament. But he was trying to win a lot of money by cheating, and got to play in the next tournament right away. This guy gets a lifetime ban because they're using him as an example because he's this big.
Yeah.
That's what Epic is doing right now. They're literally putting him on a pedestal as the biggest person they have. Like, this is what could happen if you cheat, and they're using him right now. That's why he's getting this big of a punishment.
So I don't know if you guys remember, like early on in sixth generation when Xbox Live was just starting to take off. There were a couple of online games that were coming out at the time, and the back in the day, Gaming Press used to get review copies, and they had review hardware where it was literally a debug version of a game, and it can only be playable on basically a reader version of the development hardware of the platform they're playing. If that's the issue, they can go back to doing that type of thing. You work out a deal and say, hey, look, can I buy this special hardware and start leasing review copies from you guys so I can do this? And then they have closed servers that you could play on, and then reviewers play against each other and do whatever, and they can implement whatever kind of hacks they want because they're not messing with the main game servers or the retail game. And then there will be no consequences. Do what you want and then make whatever kind of content to make it funny or whatever to sell it to people. But I guess that's what they should go back to. If that's the aim, if that's what you're trying to do, if you just want to make videos and fuck with people. But
Yeah.
I mean, you gotta think smarter, come up with better avenues.
I like what VC said about Call of Duty. Like, people cheated in that game so much, COD4 and all of that. And to be at the expense, and I know their names probably don't pop up, but like to be on the other end of that, it freaking sucks.
Yeah, it's not good.
And then on top of that, the person's making money off of kicking your ass. Like, it's just like, yo, you're gonna give me some of that? You know what I'm saying? Like, you're gonna share with all the people that you jacking up? Like, that's the thing that kind of pisses me off. And it shows, like I said, a little bit of elitism because, oh, he should be okay because he has 2 million subscribers.
Yeah, that's the perfect term.
Now, should we question Ninja's playing abilities now because he said those things?
So.
I mean,
should we take into question how good he became so fast out of nowhere with Fortnite? Like, I know he's good on the sticks with Halo. Yeah. All right, that was his claim to fame. But I mean, you come out swinging like, of course you could cheat. You're famous. Like,
yeah, pretty much.
What does that mean?
Yeah,
it's like putting yourself in the spotlight.
Ninja? I'm not calling you out, Ninja. Nothing. Hey, respect. You got your hustle. You got your 20 million. Oop, didn't mean to say that deal for Mixer, but you can't be out here saying cheating's only okay if you're successful.
Yeah, that's a problem.
We already know. And we already know these people get flown out to play these games early anyway. So it's not like they don't already have an advantage before the game launches. So it's just one of those things where if you're going to be, if that's what your aim is going to be, then y'all need a different environment. So if that's what you're going to do, you want to break the game or what have you, that's fine. The only time I've had fun playing a game where somebody was cheating was Halo 2. And the only reason why that is because everybody was cheating. Everybody knew what to do in Halo 2. So you go in there, you're like, oh, well, these guys are like jumping ultra high. I guess that's what we need to do too. Let's all get out the map and kill each other. But, like in any other game, like it's not only annoying in Call of Duty because you end up stacking so many abilities. It's just not, there's no way for anybody to get in the game. You can't get anything in at that point. And
I think the only technical cheating I've done is like an action replay on a DS. Like that. Yeah. That's the only technical cheating I've ever done. I've never put time in
action replay, custom servers, stuff like that, proxy servers you can use to kind of you can change some of the hex values in the game while you're playing. So people used to do that on Mario Kart. They used to do it on Phantasy Star Online. They used to do it in EverQuest. Any type of online game, it can be done that way. It's just like, why, man? Well, you go through all that trouble and are you really having fun, or you just want to troll people because you like griefing? And I mean, in that case, man, you got other issues at that point because clearly the game isn't for you.
Yeah. Shout outs to Arm with the $2, and he says, "Going to start creating content so I can get away with cheating."
I know, right?
Yeah, that's the whole thing. Like, I'm okay to cheat, guys. I'm gonna cheat in Smash Brothers when I play online because I'm a content creator, and that means it's okay for me to cheat, So because I'm a content creator and my livelihood depends on this. But you guys that are just watching me, no. You guys don't cheat. You guys aren't content creators. But if you want to cheat, just become a content creator. It sets a horrible precedent, basically. Like what Ninja said, it sets a horrible precedent. It's like, okay, well, if you want to cheat in games, just go ahead and become a content creator. Oh, but is there like limitations? Like what side? Like a big content creator, small content creator? Are we just gonna divvy it up into? Is it based off you're a full-time content creator, or what if you're just a part-time content creator? It's like I don't. And Ninja's almost 30. I don't know why he said that.
You get half the cheats then if you're part time.
Shout outs to Ninja though. We'd love to have you on the podcast. Honestly, I'd love to have you on the podcast, which probably never happened. But I mean, like, shout outs to him. I actually do like it. I don't have a problem with him. But like, I don't know why he.
Right. He would never say yes.
Probably,
unfortunately. We're not. See, we have to be famous and able to cheat to be able to contact him.
Yeah. Let me pick up the crumbs so you can see what we're working with. His crumbs. He doesn't. We're peasants. He's not gonna.
Time to upload clickbait so I can cheat in games. Yeah, just start.
You don't even exist in his figment of his imagination.
Just start. Just become a content creator. Jordan, you are allowed. All of us are allowed to cheat in gaming. Because we're content creators. Well, are we big enough content creators?
Yeah, we have different levels. Like, once we hit 100,000, then we can like start like small things, right? Like we can go back to like older Call of Duties and mess with them, right?
Yeah.
Once we hit about 1 million, then we can start like messing with the Fortnites and the PUBGs or whatever the kids are playing these days. Call of Duty Mobile. I don't know.
Call of Duty Mobile. That game's interesting.
That game's popping, man. People are playing it.
It's kind of popping. Yep. But I do want to ask you guys a bonus topic, a bonus question. I don't know. I know Jordan Fringe, you're into Mass Effect. Did you see what Michael Gamble said on Twitter about Mass Effect?
No, I don't remember what specifically. I thought we were waiting for an announcement today.
He said it's N7 Day. Obviously, there was nothing for N7 Day.
Unfortunately.
And he says, "Where do you want Mass Effect to go in the future?" Where do you want Mass Effect to go in the future? PKG 96.
Anywhere besides Andromeda.
PKG with the $10 says 1,000 years of death. So he wants 1,000 years of death. Somebody here. I don't know.
Shoot off in a smoke cloud. You're like, oh.
Yeah, I mean, like my brother, 1,000 years of death with his foot when he kicked me in that. I don't know if you guys were there for my stream. Some of you guys were. When he kicked me, like we had that game where we used to kick each other in the ass. Like we can kick each other in the ass at any point, like as hard as possible. And like his toe literally 1,000 years of death me that
you probably got your hymen broken like T.I.'s daughter.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh god. No comment on that one.
Oh my gosh, T.I.'s daughter on 20.
Also, if you're rich and powerful, you also get to be weird and creepy. That's also you get to cheat. You get to be weird and creepy. So
I would say I would never go to it. Like if my daughter gets, I'm never going to a gynecologist.
You think after this, T.I.'s career will be dead and gone?
It was dead for the last 10 years.
Hold up. Wait a second.
T.I.'s career's dead. I wish my career was as dead as T.I.'s.
Wait a minute. BC, shut your behind up.
He Clifford Harris over there.
Come on.
Hold up, man.
My classmate.
He hasn't got to sing a good song in 8 years.
BZ, you need to stop. You need to stop.
Nah.
Bro. Stop the bull crap. That's why Jordan is laughing.
Grand Hustle, bro.
T.I. is going to be just fine. T.I. is
gone. All these people are gone, bro.
What are you talking about?
Jake Lambo, he a nobody. Yo, you don't know what you're talking about, Baron. Come on.
You don't know what you're talking about.
You
obviously is not connected to this hip hop streets like you say.
Mane got better
because you obviously don't know what you're talking about.
Guys, we're not talking about T.I.'s music career. Who cares? Like at this stage, like who cares?
Well, T.I. is going to be just fine. I really don't care about how people overreacted to what he said. You know what I mean? I think we're not even gonna get into that topic.
Yeah, there's no point. Like whatever. I mean, if he wants to do that with his, if he wants to do that with his daughter,
18 though. Like,
look, listen. That's his deal. You know what I'm saying? If she can run away from home. She's 18,
literally.
Right? So if she wants to go out there and shebang, you know what I'm saying? She can do it. You know what I'm saying? If she wants to go out there and do that, she can do it. That's her deal.
I just can't believe people are just outraged that a parent actually.
Of course, people are going to be outraged, but I'll be honest, man.
Actually, don't want their child out there just banging everything.
Well, I mean,
but you let your sons who are older and younger do? Come on.
How do you know his sons?
That's the dad double standard. Well, that was the story going around that he talked to King and asked King did he tell Tiny that he had sex already, and he was 14 at the time when they had that conversation on the show.
Yeah, and Baron, you have to remember, it's her body.
That don't mean he's making everything.
Even though T.I. is the father,
she just turned 18.
That doesn't change the fact that T.I.
That does change everything because she's a minor when she's not 18.
He was already bringing her before she was 18. It was already
exactly
in the whole podcast.
She just turned 18 Y'all need to think about that. Y'all need to think about that for a second.
You know what we need to think about too?
Before y'all want to be out.
Time out. You know what we need to think? We need to think about David Valdez's $10 donation. David Valdez with a $10 donation and says supporting the best live stream on Thursday night. Well, we might be the only one. So,
yo, Aaron, everyone in the chat saying T.I. is dead.
Thank you so much.
And guess what? They're going to be sadly mistaken when he's not.
Okay, tell me the best song he's dropped in the last 5 years.
Because y'all already know what I stand. I hate when people fake outrage stuff. I just hate
T.I.'s got like $5 billion in the bank, man. He's fine.
Yo, it's more like 4 million.
That's 4 million's plenty.
You really don't know.
With all of his kids and all that, and time to worry about.
He's still working. It's not like he's not making any money.
Yo, this man got 3 mansions.
He got real estate.
And he got real estate. He's still making money over royalties. What are you? You don't know anything about this. He's got plenty of money.
Man. I wish my career was dead. I wish my career was dead like T.I.'s. Then, if you call T.I.'s, I wish I made the dead money that T.I.'s making. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's fine. Obviously, he's not like freaking Drake right now in terms of money coming in. But I mean, who is?
Well, because people care about. There's another show on TV with Cardi B and Chance.
Yeah, on Netflix, right?
They got another show on Netflix called Rhythm Battle. Is it Rhythm?
Netflix just pay you like $5 billion
Rhythm and
to
Flow,
do anything. It's like, you're somewhat popular. Here's money. You know what I'm saying? Like, they just throw money out.
By the way, Fat Joe is in that group too. I know you guys don't know because he's not relevant either. But
he just made a new song.
All the Way Up's his only good song.
All right.
And he's not really that fat anymore.
VC the type of dude that'll say Ray J's not relevant, even though Ray J has his hand on almost everything in hip hop. Get out of here, man.
Ray J,
what the hell?
Literally.
Yeah, Ray J just got all Suge Knight stuff, and he also has almost the biggest headphone lines now with his Ray.
He's bossing up on Kim, that's for sure.
Yeah.
I mean. He made her famous, and he's making her so famous.
I like old Kim Kardashian, to be honest. I like her more than new Kim Kardashian.
Definitely. No, old Kim was good.
Old Kim was good.
New Kim looks weird right now.
New Kim looks a little bit weirder. She's still, but old Kim's not bad. All right, so let's go and let's get into the next topic here. Thank you for the support, David. Thank you for the support, PK, PKG. Let's go ahead and move on to the next one, and we're going to be discussing Terry in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate before we get to some other things. So Terry I'm
with Jordan on this one.
Terry in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. This was a awesome thing. Don't worry about.
Talk about T.I. some more instead.
Don't worry about Jordan. All right, Terry in Super Smash.
I agree with Jordan on this one.
Just launched. And he is phenomenal to play as. I like using Terry. And here's the controversy with this. So here's the controversy. There's
controversy?
There is controversy with this.
Controversy?
So, yes, there is controvery.
Controversy.
For those who actually play Smash Brothers or follow people that are in the Smash community, you know that there's some controversy. So Terry plays very much like an old school fighting game, right? So if you want to do moves, you've got to do double quarter circles, you got to do half quarter circles, you've got to do stuff like that. And there seems to be quite a number of the newer end Smash players, that take issue with how much stuff you got to do in order to be efficient with Terry. They were complaining.
I'm sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
You do the same thing with Ken and Ryu. So I don't see the problem.
Ryu, but yes, like you do, but Terry's is a little bit different because of like he gets access to certain special moves when he's over 100%, right? So in terms of true stuff, so you're right about that. But Terry's the first DLC character, with this one. Ken and Ryu is from Smash 4, and then obviously Ken is just a Echo. But this is the first DLC character that people are paying for that you have to do all of this type of stuff, right?
Why does it matter?
Because people are having trouble doing the inputs with it and are complaining about that.
Okay,
Sorry,
here's what I
like,
gotta say,
I'm
OJ.
having trouble.
Every time Sakurai creates his character, every time Sakurai brings a character, brings a character in Smash Brothers, he always wants them to stay as authentic as possible to where they came from.
And there's
So
also
why
some
is
more,
this a problem?
There's also some more controversy. I wasn't finished with the controversy. It's not only that, but then also from Fatal Fury, the booby ninja, she was not included in as a background model or whatever, because like in the King of Fighters stage, you'll see multiple characters from the Fatal Fury franchise, right, that make cameos when you play. Mai was not included in there because Super Smash Brothers is for good boys and girls. That's what Sakurai said, is for good.
Yeah.
That was a troll. He was
girls.
trolling,
Bruh,
bro. He was really
not
trolling.
November, man. They trying to help us out.
He's trolling, but that's Japan too, because the rating is. So I think wasn't one of the Smash games rated T?
Brawl.
Brawl was rated T, right?
Yeah.
So and I guess it's K whatever E for everyone. I guess
I
here.
think it's E10. E10.
Yeah, it's
So
E10
E10
Pro.
here.
Yeah, because Bayonetta's
Yeah.
in the game, and
But over there it's like E or whatever in Japan, so they can't, because of the rating system, they wouldn't be able to do it. So you can't just have the, even though that was rated E back then. So go figure.
It's definitely Ryu, not Ryu. For people that are trying
Yeah, it's
to tell
Ryu, not
It's-
Ryu.
Look, if you from the hood, you say Ryu.
Yeah, you say Ryu.
It's just
Say
simple as
Ryu.
that.
Is Ryu Hayabusa? Ryu from Street Fighter or whatever his name is?
If you watch anime, they Ryu. That's how they say it.
Yes.
Ryu.
I mean, the Japanese
Ryu,
name is Ryu,
Ryu.
but
It's Leviosa, not Leviosa.
It's just like how people say Mario, but if you from the Northeast, they say Mario.
If
It's
you
the
say-
same.
Hey, don't
If
don't
you
don't
say-
you
if
don't you
same
lump
thing.
me in with
If
that.
you
I don't say Mario.
If
Yeah,
you
I
say
say Mario.
Mario, you wear Duntaduns. Like that's the only.
Yeah, you hear
You
you
straight
hear
up
that,
wear
Bob
Dun-
Wolf?
If you say Mario, you wear Duntaduns on a daily basis. You
Barry,
can't
you
say
Hear that, Bob
Mario.
Wolf?
Baron, I got another one for you. So Hood Life, have you ever heard any pronounce Nintendo as Nintendo?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Some people cut off the end.
Why?
Why?
It's just
don't
some
know.
hood shit. I don't
If
know
you
where it
cut
came
off
from.
If you cut off the end, you free ball all the time. You
You might as well just call it
you literally
Nintendo
wear
at that
nothing.
point.
Let me just say that right now. You free ball.
What's wrong with that?
I mean, there's nothing wrong with it, but there's something.
That's not
I'm
as
just
bad as
saying, like.
Duntaduns.
That's probably not a
the
good
air
idea to
going
do
in.
in a football game because you'll be hurting. You
Well,
can't just be out
who
there
said
willy
they're
nilly.
playing football?
I'm just normal. If you say Nintendo, and if you saying Mario and Nintendo, you're probably
Listen,
in a
if you
mental
say an
institution.
Nintendo, then you live life indoors. All right, you don't go outside.
No, but you seriously wearing Duntaduns if you say Mario. Anybody who says Mario that way, I got problems. Like you can't be
All right,
saying Mario.
shout out to Bob Wolf.
Huh?
Shout out to Bob Wolf.
But he said he's wearing some Duntaduns. He's
Mario.
wearing some Walmart Duntaduns. I'm gonna have to
Some Walmart size 8.
Yep, size 8. There you go. Nice callback.
He's wearing some whitey tidies. Then I'm gonna have to confront him on this. I'm gonna have to confront Bob Wolf on this and what his problem is. I'll just say that right now, man. You can't be doing that. It's
He loves
Mario.
them Marios.
It's Mario.
Yep.
It's not Mario.
I get some pasta with my Mario.
But anyway,
That's how they all talk up there.
Hey.
I get lumped in it. I say Mario like a real man.
What do you guys think about this whole My thing and all the crazy people online getting crazy about the My thing? Maybe complaining about Terry's inputs. VC, I know you're a big Smash guy like myself. So what are your thoughts, man?
Well, when it comes to Terry, he's a good character. Just his way to recover isn't the best. It's really not. It's kind of lackluster. But aside from that, as long as he's in the middle of the stage, he's perfectly fine. He'll wreck you, especially if he's over 100%. It's similar to Lucario in that regard. When he's higher percent, it's just stronger overall too. So that's something to look
Also
out for.
say percent if you're in New York. You don't say percent. You say percent.
True.
Wow.
Well,
He's saying. I'm just saying that's how accents work.
I
So-
say 100%. Like,
Yeah,
that's how I say
percent.
it.
You're saying
Yeah.
percent,
Yeah,
not
yeah,
percent.
You say
Percent.
did you
I have-
just say
I
Yeah,
have-
that's what I just said. I said
percent?
Pussy.
I just said
No
percent.
R.
It's
Yeah.
it's
That's how I say it.
percent.
I'm just trying to talk a little clearer for the people watching,
Clear.
Jordan. Can't go with the slang all the time. People don't understand sometimes. So
You are
Yeah,
doing
aside
the
from that-
slang. Percent's the slang. Percent the
no,
word.
that's why I wasn't saying it originally. But
It's like
100,
percent.
100%.
It's percent. If you hear where I live, we roll them R's around here, man.
100%.
100% where I live in California, man.
All right, well,
100%.
the thing about Mai is that literally Bayonetta's in the game, and when she does her smash attacks, her hair, which is her clothes, comes off her body, and you literally see her thighs and everything, like ass, everything.
You
Chest.
see her duntaras?
You see, pretty close.
She's not wearing dun. No, they actually in the regular
They
Bayonetta
nerfed it.
game. They like she's like wearing like a like underwear type of thing. But in this one, she's like it doesn't go all the way that high. Like
Yeah, it's like a bikini kind of.
it's like a thigh. It's like thigh. It's like booty shorts. It's like a thigh level type of thing. And
So
the
that's
reason
why, like with Mai, it's like it's like he's like saying he's an ass man more than a boobs man, which most of us are. But
I mean,
that
I don't
what Sakurai
disagree with
said?
my guy.
yeah,
is that
that's
what
definitely
Sakurai
why. That's definitely why
That's his
she's
direct quote. He said, "Smash Bros is for ass people."
Wow.
If you're not an ass man, get off my game.
So like today, Olay is trying to say like, oh, well, what about Shulk? Well, if Mai wore booty shorts, then it would have been fine. But she doesn't. She literally wears like a thong underneath and like no bra, and her boobs are just like freely like
Just
bouncing.
jiggling
Yeah,
everywhere.
They each have their own physics.
Yeah, I mean they've nerfed like King of Fighters, like they've nerfed her outfit in like previous other iterations where it's not so revealing, it's more covering up. But I mean, like people would just claim censorship, right? I mean, like that's basically what would happen. I mean, even like Mithra got censored in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. So they put leggings on her because
They had to put them leggings on.
she wears like underwear underneath of her like her stuff, and like you can clearly see it in Xenoblade Chronicles.
Listen, I can't be seeing all that
That's
skin,
weird.
man.
That's weird because they ruled 34 at that shit too. Anyway, because people are just like, "Well, I like the stockings." I'm like, "What the? Okay,
Yeah,
That's
you
too
just
much
can't do
skin,
nothing
man.
right. You can't do nothing right."
Her outfit
know?
actually looks better. I think the leggings make her outfit look better. It
So you're one of them.
I think it looks better with the leggings.
one of
You're
them.
the problem.
One of them, Shadow Fox. Yeah, you're the problem. OJ.
I like the leg. I think the outfit looks cool. I like the leggings.
Yeah, nah, that's not gonna.
Y'all
work,
don't like
man.
women in
That's
leggings?
Not when
I mean,
it's
who
better when they
doesn't?
don't have leggings.
Women.
But if the
Women.
option was, hey, we could take them off. I mean, I'm not gonna
But
say
she's
no.
fighting,
Put them
though.
on the
You know
floor.
what I'm not talking about like women like in your. I'm just saying like when you see a woman out in the street or whatever, she's wearing leggings. It looks great. If a
Yeah,
girl's
but
just-
she
if-
looked
if a
fine
girl's
if she's
just wearing
walking
no
around
leggings-
without them.
If a girl's wearing no leggings at all, and she's like, you're just looking at her like, man.
I'd
she's
ask
prob-
if she's a little bit cold out. It's almost winter.
Oh, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And you'd also
It's
say
already
like,
cold.
whoa,
I'm wearing a
what-
jacket.
what type of girl? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what type of girl is she out here all around? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's she doing?
I mean,
you know,
We're talking
It's
about a
just
girl versus a nuclear weapon. Like she's a walking nuclear.
I'm just saying like in terms of like real life. I mean, women in leggings look great. I always like seeing women in leggings. Like,
with or without.
I mean, like shorts are great on girls too, but I like leggings. It's not like a problem for me, you know. So when I saw the leggings, I was like,
Listen,
it makes the outfit
leggings
look
are
good.
great when you're.
Are you the
going
type
out
of
on
guy
a
that
date or
does it with his
something.
shirt on?
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
He keeps the socks on too, probably.
Hey, hold on, OJ.
Just
OJ,
keep
That's
shirts
that West
on.
Coast
That's
Productions.
OJ,
West Coast
hold on.
Productions.
OJ, I'm gonna defend OJ because if you ain't never did it with your tank top on, I don't know what's wrong with you.
This guy.
Aaron,
There's
you
a
did it for the
difference.
wood.
I didn't
We
say
all know
tank
you.
top. I said shirt.
No, I just
Tank
wear,
top's understandable.
I wear one
Yeah.
one sock and a
Talk like
sweater.
you,
That's
A sweater? You gonna die before you finish wearing a sweater?
one sock and a sweater. Also a
You'll
beanie
be
back in the day.
drenched.
No, I'm joking.
Bruh,
Bro, you guys are
they call that the Carolina Hot Pocket. You gotta be careful.
Ooh no.
Hot
We'll be
pockets
cooking,
are like.
bro.
You guys ever eaten a hot pocket that's actually perfectly warmed and not burning the hell out of your mouth? I don't know.
Hey, wait, what
No.
we talking about?
Sometimes.
I've never done it before. It's either some parts on
Yeah,
the
What,
cold.
what we talking about?
I'm talking about like an actual hot pocket, like the food hot
No,
pocket.
he
Food in
No,
the
yeah, I ain't talking about anything
OJ
else.
silly behind
Like
talking
from
about a
freezer
real
to
hot
microwave
pocket.
hot pocket.
If you calling that a hot pocket, something burns your mouth, you in trouble, bro. You go get tested.
It always burns the roof of your mouth. Like the breading's there, but it just burns it anyway.
You in
Oh,
trouble,
man.
man.
If there's breading, you better run.
if you turn into reptile afterwards, you in trouble, bro. You can spit acid, you in trouble, man. I mean, I don't know.
Yo, we're not talking hot pockets. We're talking wait, we are talking hot pockets. I thought he's talking about pizza rolls. I think when he's saying pizza pockets, Jetty.
You know, that's
Is that
a
what you're
good
talking about,
question
pizza
for the
rolls?
end of the podcast, though.
What's the good?
Do you wear a
question?
shirt?
How many people? No, not the shirt, but how many people wear socks and how many people don't wear socks?
I'm wearing
I don't
socks
know.
right now.
Wait,
No, I'm
socks
talking
is
about-
it like in the situation?
Oh,
yeah, in that situation, how many people?
I have no
have sex?
comment
Don't
on
want
that.
Depends how cold the room is.
I don't do. I
mean,
don't have sex. I don't have sex at all. So I don't.
I determined
OJ,
I determined
you're
there's no
throwing
point because they're usually either rolled all the way around or off by the time you're done anyway.
I'm not married. I'm not married, and I don't.
Yeah, they get sweaty.
Yeah, they're no good by the time you're done.
No comment.
How do
thing
your
is,
socks
they
get
keep-
sweaty?
What do you
Carpet?
mean? Are you not moving around a lot?
Yeah, we're moving
Doing a
around.
lot of
but
exercise?
Sounds like you're a
that
missionary
bad.
kind of guy, Baron.
Yeah, are you
your-
not
your
spicing
feet
things
should
up?
be
Are you
spreading
not? Are you not like running and diving in? You just standing still, going, all
man,
right, here we go.
hey,
Baron got that wood floor.
The only person that should
I
be
got
talking
that
about
wood
this
floor,
is
man.
freaking
Hey,
Shadow
No.
Fox.
I like a little bit
Slides
of
in.
adventure. I like to be outside sometimes.
The only person that should
Oh,
be talking
okay.
about this
Oh,
is
he's
Shadow
wearing the
Fox.
shoes and everything.
Shadow
Are
Fox
you
is
hot box
married.
your
None of
car,
us are. You
probably?
guys are. Stop it. All of you guys, stop it. Stop it.
Get it how you live.
This is a show
He
for.
said, "Raw."
OJ has the type of relations that you can only describe as Death Stranding.
Oh man.
Oh,
It's about an 82.
Better-
Did it go?
it's better than a 52.
I mean, not wrong.
He said,
This man
Yo,
said, "Raw feet." I'm done.
Evan says,
feet.
"I wear them on my hands." I can just picture Evan getting bored and just start drawing in the middle of
feet
it.
in
when he
boots,
does
no
it.
lube.
He's like,
He's like,
you know,
when it's over, he's like, look, I painted us.
Oh my
I
god.
Titanic you.
We are completely derailed right now.
I don't think
It's
we've
like-
ever just derailed in
It's
like
like, it's like,
20
the girl's like, "Are you finished?" Evan's like, "Yeah." With this picture, how do you like it?
Did you finish it? Yeah, I'm just putting on the final details right now.
Hey, I got another question. I got another question. 'Cause I know I'm not the only one. After your activity is over, how many people went and played games butt ass naked?
Baron, stop. Okay, stop.
Nah.
Like,
Why
you
do you
didn't
want to
even
give your
care
couch
to put
swamp
no-
Are
out?
you
no, it's
asking
just
for a show of hands
Baron,
or no?
stop it, dude. That's too
I'm not the
far.
only one.
No,
I want to
I think
picture
the
you
best
naked
part-
playing Madden. Like, come on, man. Stop it, dude.
I know I'm not the only one.
But
no,
naked
I
playing
think-
Madden.
Up, man.
I
Get
think
them likes
Somebody in
up.
the chat vouch with me. You know you've done it.
No, I have
go
not
for
done that.
another round
Nobody's
first.
done
The
that. Get off of my
funniest
stream.
thing- the funniest thing, the best part is like when you're done and you just sit there like you sit there and just have like a full-on conversation afterwards, and you both just disregard the fact that you're both butt-ass naked, just sitting down doing nothing. You're like, yeah, this is normal. We're just naked and talking now, having a regular conversation.
I don't know.
That's
You guys
happened
are
quite a
just.
few
You
times.
guys are all disgusting. Naked Madden.
Oh man,
naked
no,
Madden.
No, you're just being a boring old Bakersfield guy.
No, naked Madden, dude.
35
What's
being
wrong with
Okay,
Naked
I think I got
Madden?
2 people to admit it in the chat. Just 2. 'Cause
Sing-
I know
look, single
everybody's
player.
done that.
Single
Everybody's
player.
done
If
that.
you're naked, you can't put your dollars in your pockets because J2 Blue just donated $3 and he says
Put something in some pockets.
you can't put them in your pockets and he says this podcast is for good boys and girls. It is. It is, okay? So I don't know what you
Supposed to
guys are
be.
talking about here. I'm worried about putting the dollars in my pockets and I can't do it
Oh,
if
no.
I'm naked playing Madden.
No.
Okay?
I want my shirt and I in my pocket.
Okay,
Can't use
boomer.
kids content.
Wow.
You have to stop the kids content. You have to continue this.
Okay. Cause you're a
Copa's going to
boomer.
be out to get you.
Jesus
Oh,
Christ,
wait, no,
man.
you're technically Gen X, right? Because you're not.
I'm Gen X.
Yeah, you Gen X. Because you're.
Okay,
You only got a couple
boomer.
years on me.
Yeah, I'm Gen X.
All these freaking boomers, dude.
So I'm playing
I'm gonna leave
naked
that talk
Madden,
right
man.
now.
Now you got to put a picture in my head. I hate you, dude.
I didn't tell you to
That's-
I didn't tell you to write out the picture. I just asked a question.
I
But you
mean,
know
but
good
if
and
you
well what
grown-
people are gonna think, dude. You know good
If
and
you
well.
grown,
You don't want to tell Madden. I play more games than Madden.
But
That's
you like
shows
Madden
it.
the most. That's what I think about when I think of you at all.
Oh,
All right, who here
that's-
does
that's a
shower?
bad
Who here
picture.
does?
Where's Charity at? Charity can answer this question.
That's
No,
that's a
she
bad
can't.
picture,
Leave
though.
Charity out of this.
You're
No,
playing
now-
on
now
Don't
what's,
disrespect Charity on my stream. No, Charity, don't
I'm not
answer any of that.
disrespecting. Charity seemed like a down, nice to earth girl who keeps it real.
Yeah, she's a good
It's not a
girl, so leave her
disrespectful
alone. No, she won't answer any of these. I refuse
let's-
to have Charity answer any
OJ
of these
basically
questions.
saying, Aaron, don't touch Charity. Don't
Leave
look at
Charity alone, please.
What's the take on round 2 shower?
No, that's round 3.
Round
That's
2
round
shot.
3.
Who the hell takes a shot for round 2? Nah, bro. No.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm just a general. I didn't say it doesn't have to be round 2. It could be round 5 for all I care. But
Oh,
okay, finishing round shower. All right, is that better? Is that
okay. Yeah,
is
finishing
it
round,
clean
then
up
you shower. There's no point in round.
Ain't
two.
no in betweens. We don't. No, that's waste. That's waste of water, man.
Yeah, that's a waste of water.
Water bill at the end of the month.
Oh, 100%.
I mean, you're just going to get sticky in anyway. So I'm like, what's the point?
Yeah, we desperately need to change topics at this point. So
no, we're talking about showering in between gaming.
Desperately
should probably change topics.
Showering in between Killer Instinct matches.
Desperately need to change topics at this point.
What's the next
Before
topic?
my mom drives over here and stops
Now
the
that's what I
podcast
call
herself.
heavy rain.
Before my mom literally drives here and stops the podcast herself, we need to freaking change topics.
I need to see her click the button, like with the mouse.
She runs in, she's like, Super Mario 2?
So how about Super Mario 3?
This is not about Super Mario, I'll tell you that, or Mario.
What's the next topic?
I don't know what the hell the next topic is. Anything but
Jordan
this.
is choked up on that sticky comment.
Goodness gracious.
I didn't do nothing.
I'm freaking sweating now. Thank you,
The
guys.
chat crazy right now. Baron, read that chat. That's hilarious.
I'm reading it, man. It ain't funny.
He's like a donut.
Oh,
Next topic.
yo, more like a Cinnabon.
Who actually approved that? Who approved that?
Oh my God. Let's
Brian
go.
F. Stop.
That's how it is.
Who approved that? It got
Drizzle.
who approved that?
No.
It came up and it said it said like, oh, it's not like it got flagged for review.
was
And somebody said,
approved.
oh yeah, good. Who did that?
I want to hear
Let's
about
go,
this.
bro. Let's
Someone
go.
allowed Brian's
Someone was
topic.
excited about the topic.
Next
Yo,
time.
The next topic is Capcom.
They heard multiple showers and they just went for it.
Yo,
What'd you say?
Read Brian F's comment.
Capcom and there's
Capcom.
Capcom has now talked about there's a lot of these smaller end games from Capcom that have sold over 1 million. So people are thinking, hey, sequel potential? Okami HD over 1 million. Okay, so that actually PS4, Xbox One, Switch, PC that actually sold over 1 million. That beat out the Wii and the PS2 versions of the games, so that's good. So potentially the sequel with Okami, Mega Man 11 over 1 million. So that's also really good as well. And then there was another game. VC, am I forgetting something? There's another.
There's Okami. There's Mega Man 11.
And then
Did we
there-
mention both of those?
Yeah, and
And,
there's like one more smaller end game that did over. 1
Yeah,
million.
Street Fighter Collection.
Yeah,
the whole
Street-
collection.
There you go, Street Fighter Collection as well, and then Monster Hunter.
Abaddon came in.
Hey.
What happened?
Abaddon came in
Came in
halfway.
after all the action, man.
Came out at a
You
good
missed
time, but you
everything.
missed all
Oh
the
my
action.
God.
So Abaddon, now that you're here, let me ask you this question.
No,
Oh God.
No, just
I'll ask you at the end of the podcast. Go ahead, OJ.
What just happened?
No,
Just
Abaddon.
read the
No,
chat.
we
Just
are
scroll
not
up.
talking about
Yeah,
Abaddon
read the
and
chat.
his wife on this podcast. Absolutely not.
Hey, Abaddon, do you wear a shirt and or one sock?
After you do action.
Wait, what happened now?
Do you wear a
That's-
tank top, a shirt, or one sock? Or sometimes the full-on Cosby sweater, apparently.
And we're not talking tank top. We're talking t-shirt. Like white t-shirt, Hanes.
Why are we asking?
Okay, Abaddon.
Wait, hold on, wait, Abaddon, do you leave the beanie on?
Oh no! This is Brad Worthy, buddy.
I don't think Abaddon know what you're talking about.
I think that's
there's no clue.
So I mean,
Wait a
Abaddon-
second.
Look at Abaddon. He's
Wait
like,
a second.
He really
Wait
doesn't
a
know.
second.
What did I miss?
Wait a second. Hold up. I know what you're asking. I know what you're asking. That's none of your business. I caught on. No.
well, apparently people, we're trying to get a tally of who wears socks, who doesn't wear socks.
I think Abaddon needs to wear. I think Abaddon needs to wear the beanie so the hair doesn't get too much.
Abaddon put on an extra pair of socks.
That's none of your business. That's what that is. I caught on, but
I just want y'all to
He
know.
puts on a full
So,
scuba
Abaddon,
diving
Abaddon,
outfit.
I just want
Abaddon,
y'all to know.
let me ask you this question. Nobody wants to admit.
Oh shit.
After that is over, have you ever went straight to the gaming console and played? He's joking. See, you know what? I knew it.
Thing is, you don't have to get up anymore. You just roll over to the side and pick up your Switch again.
Hey, when Final Fantasy VII Remake comes out, Abaddon's gonna be like, all right, peace.
Thank God
First of
for
all-
you. Thank
He
God for
choked on
you.
his water.
He's gonna go from bust a nut to Buster Sword.
First of all,
Abaddon's
Barry.
gonna
Level up, yo.
Oh man.
I do keep my shades on when I play rounds of Killer Instinct. Killer Instinct. It's Killer Instinct.
I'm dead.
Bro,
You guys suck. I just washed this tank top and it's drenched. It's drenched. You guys are trash.
This is Shadow
That
Fox.
sounds like
This
a
is
you
Shadow
problem.
Fox. He's like this. Like, I just
Evan,
upgraded the
at least
PCI.
There you go.
Oh man.
At least tell.
There we go.
No,
Right
I'm
there.
just want to say this to
Oh,
Evan.
this
Evan,
podcast sucks.
at least tell people that the majority of people have likely done that. Like it's just
No, I don't think so.
I don't want to get my couch
Nah.
swamp ass. Like, nah.
Why do you
I
got
mean,
so much swamp ass? Go
There's,
get a
there's,
towel, wipe your ass real quick.
first of all, there's numerous reasons why you don't go back to the gaming console, but once again, it's none of your business.
Well, I mean, I guess that's why there's so many drifting
Of-
controllers out there.
No, of course you do the festivities
Never
of
buy a-
doing a little
a
bit of
used
light
controller.
cleaning. You just don't, you know.
Okay,
You
we
just don't
Yo,
put back on the dun-dun-dun.
TH3 asked real quick, why are you asking all these questions, Baron? I think it's because you really like the wood so much.
Oh,
The who?
they say you watch the wood.
He's gonna
In the
say
chat,
that.
they say you
Yo.
watch the wood.
Oh,
TH3
you took
was
that
asking
out of
about
the
it.
chat. I seen somebody post that in the chat.
Yo, there's so many people.
well,
Don't do
Aldo,
that.
what do you think about Monster Hunter World selling 14 million plus, and also Iceborne selling like another 2 to 3 million on top of that? What do you think about that?
Who did that? Did Jordan put that in the chat?
What did Jordan put in the chat?
Put a picture of the wood in the chat. Jordan asked for that.
Wow.
Oh, you saved that. Thank you for saving that, Jordan. Oh,
Y'all killing
But
me
no,
right now.
glad you
but
put
no,
that,
I'll give my thoughts on that.
thing there.
It just shows that Monster Hunter World is a very successful global game. That's all I speak about it too. It's a successful global game to the franchise. It's kind of like when Monster Hunter World stepped out. It's kind of like how Grand Theft Auto 2 with the Grand Theft Auto 3. It streamlined everything and it recreated the game. And it's hard for Capcom to go back to the original Monster World because it's so dated now. Like going back to loading screens, going back to not being able to change your weapon, your armor, go access your bank, even get power boosts on the actual field. You was only able to do that in a hub world in Generations or other games. So this is a widely successful game because they're constantly updating it. They are constantly making cameos. There was a Final Fantasy 14 crossover at one point. This game is appealing to just not Monster Hunter fans, but just fans of great games in general, and that's why I feel successful.
Okay. Does anybody else here play Monster Hunter, or like who likes Capcom games?
I actually like Monster Hunter.
I played
I know
a bit
you-
of it when it came
A little
out.
bit.
Yeah.
That's like the
Yeah,
I
one
beat it.
franchise I'm not a huge fan of from Capcom. Like, I love Capcom. I love a large majority of the games, but Monster Hunter I've never been that crazy about. Played
It's
it sometimes, but it's nothing.
the thing about Monster. Well, VC, why don't you like Monster Hunter?
Well, with most of the games, of course, Monster Hunter World is an easier game to get into than the other ones. The gameplay style and how many monsters there usually isn't a whole ton, like, to satisfy me when I'm going out to fight new monsters. That was the whole premise for me, especially back in the day when I first got Generations on the 3DS. That was my first time playing Monster Hunter.
So
Well-
you never played Try or 4?
Nope.
Yeah, did you because Generations on the Switch has over 100 monsters.
Mhm.
Yeah, like 100 is good, but like
Yeah.
I just, to me, not that it wasn't enough, it wasn't satisfying. You know what I mean? I didn't feel like I was going out and like actually getting fulfillment from doing.
Did you get G rank? Did you get up to G rank? That
Nope.
for you, because you when I bring up Pokemon guys, but you like challenges and stuff. You like the battle towers and everything.
Yeah.
G rank is that in Monster Hunter.
Yeah, because I never got to that yet.
G rank and Shadow Fox will tell you
Like 20 hours and
G rank will put you in your place. You think the game is easy? G rank will put you in your place real fast.
Yeah, but
It's
when it comes
already
to
bad
Capcom
again.
though, Okami, Phoenix Wright, Dragon's Dogma,
Definitely.
there's tons of franchise. Mega Man, of course, Street Fighter,
Definitely.
there's tons of stuff.
Phoenix Wright, that's my jam.
Yeah, it's so good, and it's been $30 on the Switch for the trilogy, and it's probably going on sale soon.
I've never gotten into Phoenix Wright. Everyone always
You
talks about
gotta do it.
but
I never did it.
You gotta do it.
I
haven't done it either.
I just wasn't. It didn't speak to me in a certain way. You know?
Yeah, it's good if you like good point and click kind of style games with some puzzle elements.
Yeah, I don't know if I
because it's like detective work too. You have to like try and
Yep.
figure out what's going on, how to solve the case, and some of the cases and the storylines are wild. There's some great writing, and it's that game that I liked AI Somnum Files, and you put me on that originally though. I'm still waiting for you to get that game. Though.
I'm getting it. It's
one of the highest rated games of the year,
super,
bro.
It's gonna be super cheap. The Black Friday deals are coming in. It's gonna be super cheap.
Phoenix Wright is a good game. It's like I haven't gotten into it, but it's a good series. Like, if I would say this, if you're not into games like Stardew Valley and everything to chill, Phoenix Wright is a good substitute for just a game just to chill out for. It's a good substitute game. You're playing like a hardcore game like Astral Chain, or you're playing games like Devil May Cry,
Or like Cuphead.
or even. Yeah. So it's a good game just to relax your mind and just say, you know what, I want to chill out for a little bit.
So Phoenix Wright.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's.
I watched.
Oh, go ahead.
No, I watched Let's Plays of it, and I said I'm gonna get it eventually. It's just too many games to buy at this point.
There are like way too many games at this point, bro. I mean, there's like so many games. It's getting to be overwhelming. I'm still getting through Luigi's Mansion. I haven't finished that yet. I'll finish it this week though. I just needed a day to recover.
Okay.
I got a question for the chat. I got a question for the chat. Now I know VC is not getting Pokemon next week. I know some of you guys are getting Pokemon.
Oh.
Who's getting Star Wars?
I'm getting Star Wars.
Me, because I got a thing where now I don't have to pay for it, and it's
You got a review code for Star Wars?
I don't.
You copies? Okay.
no, but I am getting it for free. I got a Amazon promotion.
Okay.
Damn.
Cool.
I don't think so.
That's
I need to see more on it, honestly.
I mean, I'm getting it because they're saying the right thing. First of all, it's Respawn. You know, if it was straight up EA, I'd be like, nope. But it's Respawn.
Half the gameplay looks boring as hell. I'm
Yeah.
sad.
With the Star Wars.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it does.
I mean,
That's what bothers me.
I think
a
that
little
I don't think they're showing. They haven't really showed a ton of it either. But it does seem like it's going to be a pretty cut and dry action game. But it's going to be better than what we've gotten from them. I mean, I know those people that love the Battlefront, but I'm tired of first person shooter Star Wars games. Like I'm so sick of them. Like if
here's
there's one
the
that's
thing.
a third person action adventure, I'll take that over first person Star Wars. It's not going to sell as much as
100%.
Battlefront, but I mean, I think it's still going to be okay.
Here's the thing with that. After playing The Force Unleashed, I need to see, more crazy action than what I'm seeing from this Star Wars game, because that game was good as hell, and I don't like
Unleashed
Star
isn't
Wars.
a good game. It's not a
No,
great
that
game.
game was
It's not.
not great, but it was
This-
What one, Unleashed or 1 or 2?
The Force
the
Unleashed
first one. The
with
first
Star
one.
Killer. Star Killer.
First one's fantastic.
I don't know what
I
you're talking about. The
disagree.
first one was good. I don't know what he's
First
talking
one was
about.
alright.
I
The
disagree.
second one was just short.
I think the first one, there's a tons of bugs and glitches in that game. I mean, it has its moments where
Yeah, the second one's definitely worse than the first.
Yeah, the
one.
second one's worse than the first one, but I mean, it has its moments. But the game is glitchy and kind of.
Oh, I'm saying this right now.
there.
The action in Force Unleashed, as of right now, looked better than what I'm seeing from this Star Wars game.
Bro, it starts off, you're Darth Vader, and you're just walking really slow, throwing stuff out of the sky. Like, you can't start a game more epic than that.
Yeah, that was a pretty cool opening though. I did like that.
Well,
Yeah,
Force
it
Unleashed
was.
too. I think you're flying
You
down.
destroy
something and,
everything
you're
at the beginning of that
slashing
game.
Stuff as like you're flying down.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. You're still not Darth Vader walking down
That's-
going to get something as you're just knocking stuff out of the sky with the Force.
That's true, but I trust Respawn with their, they have a progression system kind of built into there. It seems like it's going to be like they talked about it being kind of be like Metroid a little bit, or kind of like
They had to put their wall running mechanic back in.
I mean, I think that this game
It's in
could
every
potentially
game.
be
They put it
pretty
in this game.
could be pretty good. I mean, Respawn hasn't really let us down since they've joined EA, right? Like,
I'm not gonna lie, I get Shadows of the Empire vibes from this game.
I think it's
the
going to have a
game is
decent
just going to be
story.
decent. I don't think it's going to be
Yeah.
like
yeah, I mean, I think it's going to be like an 80, like an 81
Yeah.
to that range, which is good.
I see
You
that.
think Death Stranding is going to be better?
Death Stranding gets Kojima points, so yeah. I mean, like Death Stranding really.
And this doesn't get Star Wars points?
No, it doesn't. Star Wars.
No,
No, it
see-
doesn't.
Hey, well,
See,
Pokemon's getting Pokemon points.
See,
Not anymore.
Death Stranding has Goku plot armor points or Batman plot armor points. That's
Yeah.
what Death Stranding has.
It's Kojima, so he can get away with that, but nobody else can get away with the game not walking around in a huge empty world and nothing there to be and walking around and people say this is fun. It's only Kojima that do it. If it was anybody else, they'd be like, no way. But
that game would have got a 65 if it, otherwise.
I mean, let's just be real here. Like, we've got to be real here. Kojima, it gets Kojima points, which is fine. He's earned it, whatever, you know. But like,
yeah,
you know, which is fine.
It goes to show. It goes to show though. We talked about it last week. Kojima. He was better off. It sounds like he was better off with Konami.
Yes and no, I guess.
Yeah, it's like because you have all this creative control, but it's like you have no one guiding, and it's like I'm thinking about the Metal Gear Solid games. Like, what ideas did Konami actually save that franchise from?
And that's a good question. I think that's a good question.
I think Quiet would have been completely butt naked if it was up to, because she would have just been legit butt naked and sniper rifles coming out of, like, forming sniper rifles out of her back or something like that. If it wasn't for Konami, like,
that's what I'm thinking.
Can you put a little bit of clothes on her, just a little bit, please? I mean, maybe
the true test would be whether he decides to do another Zone of the Enders and then see how that goes. And if that's completely screwed up, then we know it's him.
Exactly.
He's never going to do Zone of Enders. Well, he can't because
Zone of the Enders was actually cool.
He's never going to do Zone of the Enders ever. Like, he's never going to do a game like that ever again.
That was the first PS2 game I ever played.
Really?
Zone of the Enders was the first one. Then the Bouncer was the second one. I don't care what no one said.
Bouncer was my first game. That was that hurt my feelings.
Listen. I like beat 'em ups. So the Bouncer was cool to me.
Yeah, he makes good content.
Yeah.
I think somebody here might know. I mean, might like edit for that guy. I'm not really.
Sometimes.
Sure. Sometimes. Okay.
Oh,
Sometimes.
Okay. Sometimes. All right. Well, I mean, like, it is what it is with Kojima and with the Kojima points and the Star Wars points, and we'll see if there's some Star Wars points with this one. I think it's
Star Wars points don't exist, man.
They don't. They. Well, I mean, it's interest in the franchise that, like, it gets people interested. So maybe some people will, like, personally will give it more Star Wars points because, like, your lightsabers, like, the concept is cool, right? You have lightsabers, you have force powers. That's really cool, you know. So that gets some points, I guess.
Does this podcast get PE points?
No, people hate.
What can the PE points be used for?
They didn't hate your guts throughout the last, like, week of streaming.
Oh yeah, things have been okay, but I mean, like, at the same time, like, I don't get any extra points. I don't get any extra points. No points here. What I need is a dryer for my freaking tank top. That's what I need.
Yo, quick question to the chat: why is Oasis Beyond being constantly timed out?
I don't know why he's being constantly timed. I just noticed that myself.
Yo, first Charity, and then, like, a bunch of others, and then Christian. And it's like, okay, what's going on? What did he do? Did he stab someone?
I don't know. I think he might have committed murder in the chat over here, dude. What did he do? He's getting destroyed.
So I'll just take turns he's done being timed out.
Nah, he's literally in the chat saying stuff like, "I'm naked now."
Oh, okay.
Oh, well, just because we were talking about, like, joking around before.
Well, if he's naked, he's naked. I mean, like, there's really nothing that we can.
Let's be real.
I find it flattering.
Right now, or laying in bed.
If he is naked, he's naked. That's just one thing that we have to sit there. That's the facts, you know. But no, I mean, just relax a little bit. Oasis, he comes here all the time, so he's just joking. He's just playing. He's just having a little bit.
Yeah.
All right, so let's go to move on to the what's the final topic here, VC? I think you had some topics that you were interested in. Black Friday sales.
Yeah, there was a bunch of Black Friday sales.
Yeah, Jordan just did a video on there. Jordan, you have any kind of little ones here that you want to let us know?
Yeah, I got some good ones for you. Where to go, bro?
Target looking lit.
Hold on, we're just waiting for the crunching to end.
Waiting for Shadow to get
sorry.
His cinnamon toast.
I forgot about the heat sink. Sorry.
So here are some good deals comparative between Target and Best Buy. I would say if you're looking to get Borderlands 3, I'll start off with that. Target's going to have it for $34.99, but at Best Buy, they're going to have it for $27.99.
That is a buy for me, baby.
That is a great deal. They're also going to have at Best Buy the lower price of Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Breakpoint, also at $27.99.
That's not a buy for me, baby.
That is also really sad that how that game happened, man. Like, it's already going to be that cheap.
$7 for
I
Borderlands
also
3?
recommend don't buy Need for Speed Heat just came out or comes out this week, right?
Yeah, today.
Don't buy it because it's going on sale on Black Friday. Every time a Need for Speed game comes out, don't buy it at launch because it will be on sale on Black Friday. I've learned that literally every year.
Yeah.
That I was back when they were okay games, and now I just don't care about the series. But if you do, you can get it. I believe it's $40 at Best Buy, but it's $35 at Target. So almost half the cost within the same month of its release. Is pretty ridiculous. If you're looking for Nintendo games, like specifically like The Witcher will be $45 at Best Buy. That's a great deal because you get the complete, like little package with the poster and the map and all that stuff. Whatever comes in it, great deal. At Best Buy, they'll have for $40 a lot of Switch games like Odyssey, Breath of the Wild, Super Mario Party, Mario Tennis, Octopath Traveler. But you go to Target, and for like the lowest they've ever bid, $30, you can get Breath of the Wild, Odyssey, and Mario Tennis Aces, all for $30 at Target.
That's my pick for a lot of you guys getting a Switch. Because a lot of you guys are probably gonna get there's no big deals on the Switch, right? I did a video earlier. It's a pretty bad deal on the Switch with Nintendo's. I'm not bad, but just
why is it a bad deal?
Pretty
it's not a
scummy,
bad deal.
actually.
It's just
that's why I call it.
It's just like they have the
They're cleaning inventory.
They're cleaning inventory.
It's
so they
a
have,
base deal, yeah.
They have It's not a bad deal. It's not a bad deal. They have the old model Switch with Mario Kart 8 Deluxe for $299.
Someone just asked, "What about Walmart?" I'm saying, if you go to Walmart for Black Friday, which I've done in the past, you're just asking for a death sentence.
Yeah, you're asking.
Literally, you're gonna get trampled over. You're gonna go.
I love
into
going to
fight
Walmart on
somewhere.
Black Friday. Y'all bugging up.
Nah.
No, man. If you're gonna
That's 'cause
go
you
there,
wrestle.
just
You're used to
wear-
body slamming
wear a
and
vest,
suplexing
get
people.
shot.
All of us don't have those skills.
dude. Like in Maryland where I am, listen, people are literally getting stabbed and killed over Popeyes.
Over a chicken sandwich.
Oh,
So you think Walmart's going to be any better? I've literally seen the worst of the worst over a $2 DVD
you East
at my
Coast
Walmart.
people are weird as hell.
Yo,
Over here
No,
West
you're in
Coast,
Bakersfield. Be quiet.
You West Coast or us West Coast people, we don't stab and kill people over. I went to Popeyes the other day and everybody was in line and ordered their damn chicken sandwich, man.
Yo, Jordan, you over by that side of Maryland, right?
Yeah, I'm not far from where that happened.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, I'm sorry to hear about what happened, but I see all these stories of people going crazy. But like seriously, I've been to multiple Popeyes throughout California, and people aren't doing crazy stuff, man.
OJ, you gotta understand, man.
People up here can't wait.
First of all, that happened. Isn't that outside of Baltimore? That happened.
That happened. No, that happened. It's not far from Baltimore, but it's like it's about Jordan Craig from about 45 minutes, hour, depending on that part of it.
I'm trying to see if I can get the location.
I mean, that whole Metro Baltimore area, they just crazy as hell over there.
Never go to Baltimore. Baltimore is the absolute worst place.
It's like it's the worst thing ever.
100%.
That doesn't surprise me that happened there.
But you see, it's crazy because you have Baltimore on that side. You also have DC, parts of DC that's bad, and then you got parts of Maryland that's bad. So it
was Upper Marlboro.
And you know what the funny part is? That's actually considered a rich area. If you look up PG County and everything, that's actually it's supposed to be a nice area. If you see the houses, everything.
A nicer area, yeah.
Nicer area, yeah.
Yeah.
It's not
nicer.
There's not many places in Maryland I would go.
Nice.
That's a nice area. There's nicer areas.
Nicer. He's right. Yeah. In terms of how much the cost of living over there is crazy. I'll say that much.
Baltimore will be in great shape soon. No, it won't. They burnt that city down. Listen, when the riots happened, they burnt that city down and have done nothing with it since. That city is literally, they've declared it what do they call it? A failed state, basically, at this point. No one talks about, if you're from Baltimore, you hate Baltimore. If you live around Baltimore, you hate Baltimore. Everyone doesn't like Baltimore. Even the people who rep Baltimore don't like Baltimore. The only thing that people like there is the sports teams and the
Ravens.
harbor. That's the only thing people like in Baltimore.
People love the Ravens right now and are cooking. People love that.
That's why I said it's only about sports or the harbor area, because that's where all the workers do. They go to work. The harbor, that's the biggest area over there. So that's it. No one cares about the city. It's the sketchiest area in. I think it's the sketchiest area in the States. It's
the sketchiest area in America. Like,
100%, dude. I don't.
I rode through that.
I can be with the biggest group.
You guys need to go to Newark.
People.
You guys need to go to some really bad places.
No,
VC.
I've traveled all around the U.S.
VC. Hold up, VC. VC. Hold up, VC.
Listen,
No, VC, hold up. I've been through Red Hook, Brooklyn. I've been through Brownsville.
I know you know what's up, Abbott.
Listen. I've been through Baltimore. It's a different energy over there. Let's let you know now.
Have you seen The Wire? It's the truth. It happens like that.
VC, I was born in New York. I lived there half of my life. I know what it's like up there. I travel all the time, obviously. Yeah. There is nothing worse than what I seen in Baltimore.
Well,
period.
You know when Jay-Z says heroin moves through Maryland and stuff like that? Oh, it be like that out there. It is disgusting and awful. It is a disgusting city.
Like
it just smells like salt mine.
We're gonna get the Baltimore Ravens on. We're gonna get Lamar Jackson to take down this podcast if you guys keep on going on about this. I don't want to be on the bad side of a 4-4.
Listen, like the only
my podcast. All right, guys. Goodness gracious,
Baltimore's crap.
I don't need him and Mark Ingram running me over. All right, guys, y'all need to calm down about Baltimore. All right. Calm down.
Baltimore ain't got nothing on whatever this word Death Stranding. I don't know what the hell this is crazy.
Actually, Death Stranding's based on what Baltimore looks like now.
I don't care about Arash's sister like that.
That would explain a lot.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I'm not gonna randomly go to Arash's sister, bro. Your sister's fine, bro. Just don't.
Yo, who is this in the chat advocating for Baltimore? What is going on?
My dude is proud of his city, man.
He's proud of his city, man.
He's proud of his city, man.
I'll tell you this right now. So I would never be proud of that.
Where do all the football players live? Then do they live in the bad parts?
No.
They go to like Bel Air, some of the nicer places.
They live in Bel Air, Maryland. They live in PG County, Maryland. They live in Frederick, Maryland. They live in Gaithersburg. They live in other places than very nicer areas.
Yeah, Frederick is that's the city halfway between Baltimore and DC.
That's where I'm at.
Been to Baltimore, been to
that's a cool
been
looking
to
city. That's
Detroit,
cool,
been to
Frederick's
Chicago.
very chill.
Yeah, Chicago. Now, Chi-Town. Nah.
I still feel safer walking through Chicago.
I would agree with that.
Because here's the thing, like obviously at night it's still a little more sketchy by yourself, but during the day I have no worries. In the day in Baltimore, I still have worries. That's the difference. I'm still like this in Baltimore.
I've never really felt worried in any of I don't know. I can go to like any sketchy type area and I just walk up to somebody and say, hey, where's the barbershop? And they say, oh, down the street.
Bro, let me tell you, man, look. I lived in Hollis. I lived in Jamaica, Queens, St. Albans, Queens. I lived in Bankhead in Atlanta. I lived in I lived in Glenwood in Atlanta.
Lord help you, West Side.
Yeah,
Jesus Christ.
Glenwood in Atlanta was a bad place too. When I strolled through Baltimore for the first time, I literally had my fighting senses ready because I didn't know what the fuck was going to happen.
It's like you're Spider-Man. You feel it. You just feel someone's like ready to come at you.
Listen, there's only Baron. You say you was in Jamaica, Queens, right?
Yeah.
There's one area in Jamaica, Queens. I'm gonna see if you remember it that you could kind of agree gives that Baltimore sense. Do you know Bricktown? Okay. See, there you go. Okay. I live 3 blocks away from.
Still worse though.
I used to live 3 blocks away from Bricktown. Not a good place. Not a good place.
That doesn't sound like a Bricktown. That doesn't sound like somewhere that you want to live.
You know why they call it Bricktown, right?
Well, it's probably brick there.
Well, you might get hit over the head with a couple of bricks.
No, you can sure find some brick. Find a couple bricks.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, it was a lot. It was a lot over there. It's like Jamaica, Queens is weird. That's all I could say. Man, it's weird.
I've known people from out there. I'll be back in New York in a few days. So
for the chat, Black people go to barbershops all the time, whether they have hair or not. Because facial hair,
that's the hangout spot.
Conversations, man.
Your head, conversations.
Did somebody ask
whatever bootleg DVDs you want to buy?
Someone asks, why are black people always at the barbershop?
They're like, why is this bald guy asking about
That's literally how it is. You just hang out there.
That's part of the lifestyle, man. That's part of the community.
When I was in New York, I hung out at the barbershop one day. I actually got touched up. My beard was like clean, bro. They're great.
Yeah,
it is up here. Feeling fresh.
The shop.
How did we get here?
I don't know how we got here.
I don't know.
We were
Don't
talking
get
about
distracted
Capcom.
about Baltimore.
Extreme Raoul.
We were talking about Capcom numbers. I don't know if anybody else.
Oh,
has
Black
anything to
Friday
say
sales.
about
Oh, that sounds about
Black
right. It came from Capcom.
Black Friday. No, we were talking about Black Friday sales too. I think we were talking about Black Friday sales. I don't know how we went off to something like that. But
I don't know either.
I don't know. Anybody got any other cool topics they want to talk about? Otherwise, we can wrap up this podcast.
I got.
tonight.
Oh, what about Q&A? What
I can talk about. Yo, OJ, what do you think about Terry in Smash?
Yo, I like Terry, man. I do like Terry. If you guys have questions, we'll answer questions too. We'll do it like a little freestyle. So
Here we go. They snoozing.
Terry's good, man. Terry's cool. I like him. I do like him. I'm having a little bit of issues with putting in inputs with the analog because I'm used to putting in quarter circles and stuff for the D-pad.
Same here.
But
Same here.
He's still super fun to use. I like using him. His style is really good. I mean, if you played the Fatal Fury games back in the day, it's like, yo, like there's the attention to detail is unmatched. Like I've never seen a fighting game like this before. You know?
Yeah.
Did you switch to the Mortal Kombat inputs instead of the Street inputs then? Because
no, you can do both in Smash.
Yeah. He just said down, forward instead of full circle.
You can, if you put in the true inputs, it's more powerful. Like Ryu.
Yeah, if you're doing the true inputs, and that's how you even get out the desperation moves.
Yeah.
The desperation moves are clutch. Yeah, that's what I'll say right now.
Yeah, the Buster Wolf. It's just, but even like his what was it? His like power dunk. The power dunk is such a good move, man, because it combos like his neutral air combos right in.
The M trajectory.
His moves combo better than Ken and Ryu's, and it's like when he has that go, I'm like, it's you get to turn the game around. I've turned games around a few times using that, so I think I made main Terry along with Kirby because I played. You guys know I love fighting games. I grew up playing Fatal Fury and Street Fighter, and played King of Fighters in the arcade. So it's like I definitely want to start using Terry a lot more.
So he talked a lot about King of Fighters 96 and 90, but the intro video is from King of Fighters 94, which is my favorite, unfortunately. But
I think he talked about King. Didn't he talk about King of Fighters 98? Didn't he mention that?
He did. He mentioned 98.
He mentioned 98 for the rush. I guess the rush combos or whatnot. Rush down combos.
Listen. Sakurai was like, "You guys gonna learn today about Neo Geo."
Yes,
because he was like,
Marco Wolves, real bout. Like, come get these licks.
He said, "I'm tired of you guys complaining about these characters. We're going to show you why this is historic." And I appreciated it. I appreciate the lore. So
he said, "You're lame if you never played on a console with a D button." There you go.
I love the history lesson. That was so entertaining to
hear. It was.
Talk about
every single one of them has been entertaining. Honestly,
that might have been the most entertaining though.
That was
and that was 40+ minutes.
And and it went by like this.
Yeah.
It went by fast. I didn't think it was gonna go by that fast.
And he had the sitcom laugh track. I'm like, what is he doing?
Well, so his development team is there. They
laughing in the back.
Watch him. Yeah, they watch him while and they're probably holding up some like information for him too. So just in case he needs to look like in between. So they're probably holding up cards or they're doing something so he can like, okay, well, here's the information because that's all that he has to remember. I think that's very difficult for him to remember all that information. So I'm pretty sure they're holding up some like info cards for him.
And he's like fighting against himself. Like he was holding 2 controllers at the same time.
So OJ, you basically saying Sakurai needs to host some Nintendo Directs then?
He does his own Nintendo Directs. I don't think he needs
really
to
does.
I'm talking about the regular Directs.
No.
No reason
Sakurai.
for that.
He doesn't need to do that. Sakurai doesn't need to do that.
I don't know. Doug Bowser kind of dry, man. He kind of
they don't do Doug Bowser. They do like a comp.
They did him what? He appeared like twice. Is it twice?
And the guy who used to do the directs, isn't he with Microsoft now?
Well,
Kazumi is the guy that does it.
Trader.
That's the indie guy. That's the indie Rex, but we're talking like the regular Rex. That's like Koizumi, or that's
Koizumi.
That's Koizumi or the other guy. That does it. Like most of the time, it's one of the Japanese dudes that do it, and then sometimes they'll bring in Doug Bowser. Like they'll bring in Bowser just a little bit, which they had that little Bowser, so they brought Bowser.
Doug Bowser. He's going to be a Phil Harrison. He's not going to be a Reggie.
Well, yeah,
we've established that.
No,
we seen it already.
He's a little bit too dry for me, man.
But Doug Bowser, he knows what he's doing, though. Like, if you want to talk, like, okay.
his job, he know how to do his job. Yeah.
The marketing campaign for the Switch, that was Doug Bowser.
It went up tenfold. I'll give him credit on that.
He knows how to do his job. I'm just talking about just for on-screen presentation.
He's better than Moffat. I'll tell you that. You guys remember Moffat?
Doug Bowser
Let's
only
not
shown
talk
up
about
once,
that dude.
though. He'd never shown up more than once.
Who?
Doug Bowser. He only shown up once for your E3.
I could have sworn E3.
Yep, just one.
Yeah, it was just E3. Actually, he's right.
I mean, he's done some like interviews and stuff. I mean,
I could have sworn I seen him on 2 directs. I know I seen him on
Just one.
One direct.
It was just one direct.
But what do you guys think the 5th character is going to be? If it's not Doom Guy, who do you guys think it will be?
Goku.
Phoenix,
Oh my God.
Wright,
Right.
or Monster
We just
Hunter.
got the
It's gotta be
Dragon
one of
Quest
them.
guy.
He just said Goku completely just
Hey.
despite the denial from Sakurai.
Goku.
Listen, it's gonna be Frogger, okay? Now
Yes!
it's
I
want
Frogger.
Frogger.
in my head.
Yes.
That's
I've
all
got
I
a
care
whole
about.
video on Frogger coming up. Why?
I'm
what
telling
Frogger's
you
gonna
this
be.
right now. If
How the
you thought
hell
I
does
was-
that work?
Let me say this real quick.
All you do
If
is
you
hop on
thought I
people.
was mad
That's
about
it.
flat grass and insecurity,
This guy.
if I see Frogger, all
Yes.
hell's gonna break loose.
I
You don't
can't
even play the
wait.
game.
I can't wait for Frogger to be in, and I'm gonna kick your ass with Frogger. Dude, this
Oh
is gonna
man, I
be
can't
great.
see it.
This
Who's
is gonna be
left?
fantastic.
See no
Who's
damn
left as a
Frogger.
classic franchise? Who's left?
They gotta bring somebody from Resident Evil.
Well, hold up.
Crash Bandicoot.
They're about to say you got Crash Bandicoot.
We got Castlevania. We got Mega Man. We got
You throw in Vector Man. Shoot, why not? Why not throw in Vector Man?
Vector
Yeah.
Man ain't coming back. I want Frogger, baby.
I want
throw it-
Frogger too.
Toe Jam and Earl, maybe.
You can throw in Toe Jam and
Toe
Earl.
Jam and Earl.
Let me get
No.
the tip from Ashley.
What the
listen,
hell is
they'd
wrong
love
with
to be
y'all?
in the game. They'd love to. They literally post.
Bugsby. There's Bugsby that's left.
Bug-
There's Alex Kidd.
Yeah, Alex Kidd. Well, I don't know how he would fit though.
Alex
He
Kidd,
could be a-
that's like already Villager. We don't need Alex Kidd in the game.
There's
got
people who
Dig
are
Dug.
saying that we need a Sony rep, and I
We
like Dig
don't
Dug,
need a
by the way,
Sony's
Jordan. It's a great
bum ass
idea.
character reps either.
Yo,
Bro. We need none of their
Ratchet and Clank.
dry.
Ratchet
We
and
need
Clank.
none of their
I
dry
don't know.
characters in the
Bum
game.
ass
Listen.
characters.
Listen, Ratchet and Clank is a good option for Smash.
I'd rather have
Bruh,
Crash.
it's not happening.
I'd rather have
Move
Crash
along.
More
than
like
Ratchet.
Ratchet
Earth-
Stink,
that-
am I right?
Yo, okay. J Love Dollar said one that we forgot. Earthworm Jim.
Earthworm
Yeah.
Jim would be dope.
Earthworm
Jim
Jim was
dope.
around that era.
Ain't no one forgot.
Yeah, people saying right
Hey.
now, but
Ryu
Ivar,
Hayabusa. Or what about Joe Musashi? He definitely Joe Musashi or Ryu Hayabusa.
I
either
think
one.
Hayabusa's coming at
Hayabusa.
some point. I think Hayabusa's coming. I don't know if it's going to be character number 5, but I think Hayabusa's going to come at some point.
That'd be dope.
Because
I would
there's no Koei Tecmo rep, and they deserve at least one.
I think that's the best way to look at it. Like OJ said, which company has not been represented yet?
Bomberman.
Koei Tecmo hasn't been represented.
Yeah, Koei
So
Tecmo, level 5 as well.
Capcom, and who? No, Capcom got Mega Man. My bad.
Capcom,
Capcom
Square
had
Enix, and Bandai Namco
Bomber,
have all been represented.
Bomberman is
Wait a second.
That was originally Sunsoft, right?
So that's the only company that has not been represented. So
Hold up. What about Beautiful Joe?
That's Capcom.
Capcom,
well, that's-
Yeah.
Capcom has a representation already.
they
Yeah.
have 2.
But he was so fit in
They have
Smash.
3. Capcom
That's
has
what I'm
3.
thinking. Beautiful Joe.
They got
Beautiful,
3. Yeah.
Beautiful Joe would fit really well. Fire Emblem has a lot. So what?
Yeah, there's no more Fire Emblem characters.
I just
Yeah.
want to know which historic gaming company does not have
it's just
representation.
in terms of Japanese companies.
Right now,
it's
it's
just Koei Tecmo.
Ninja
You're
Ninja
forgetting
Gaiden.
level
You got
5, man.
Ninja
Level
Gaiden. You
5
got
is on.
Rygar, Akari Warriors.
Wait, is Ninja Gaiden? Is that which company is that?
Koei
That's-
Tecmo.
That's
Tecmo.
Koei Tecmo, right? Okay.
Mhm.
I think
Bomberman. I'm trying to think who else.
Bomberman, that's Konami, and Konami already has Castle. They have Snake, and they've
3.
got Belmonts, so they got 3.
So it has to be a Koei Tecmo character.
yeah, I think it's going to be a Koei Tecmo character, and I think
It doesn't have to.
I think
And
it's
Nintendo's been working with Tecmo so much. You know it's got.
You know what they? You know what
I
they?
mean,
You know what they?
they're doing so much work with.
It's Rayman.
I got 2 ideas actually. You know what?
Or
we
Atlas character too.
I was gonna say you could get an Astral Chain character.
Oh
I
yeah,
think
that's definitely coming.
I think that's.
I think
that's the
that's the
second
next
one. I think
DLC.
yeah, I think that's the
that'd be
second
down the line.
I
probably.
think this is only for like external characters.
Yeah,
It's
Astral
possible it
Chain would
really-
be in the second wave of DLC.
If we're gonna do all that, then we need arms characters too. Then,
I agree.
No.
I
The
hope
main
they don't
guy's
put
the
no
assist trophy right
man,
now.
please
If
put
it-
Twin Tail in Smash,
If
please.
it ain't Twin Tail, I don't want it.
I would actually like
Let's
Twin
smash.
Tail.
How many times I gotta twin tell you it's not happening?
Apparently twice.
It was so funny when I put my post up about Twintel, and somebody was like, "Well, Twintel's not really real because you don't find any girls punching with their hair." I'm like, "Bruh." I'm like, "Bruh, that's not the point."
Okay, so wait a minute. So it's Koei Tecmo, Ubisoft, and Bethesda, right?
And level 5.
Level 5.
So I think those are the next 3 then. I could definitely see Ubisoft because they've been working real close.
Bethesda in the credits?
Ubisoft, but who would you? If Rayman would have that would be the.
It's probably gonna be Rayman, most likely.
There's also Arc System Works
Doom
too.
Guy, or I don't know.
Doom Guy, I think Doom Guy's gonna be probably next.
Though, at this point, we still don't have a real Western character in Smash, like a real actual Western character in Smash.
That's why I'm saying it's going to be Master
Chief.
Kennedy.
Crash Bandicoot.
Leon Kennedy. That's Japanese. That's Japanese.
Crash Bandicoot.
I think Leon's getting in.
Microsoft is extremely generous with putting games on Switch.
I'm telling you, I've been saying Master Chief.
It's super
Yeah,
lucky.
Master Chief show up in there.
They're gonna put in Lucky from Super Lucky's Tale.
I will fucking riot.
But let me read off this donation
damn
here. Shout outs to Juice Man Vine with the 5, and he says, "No lie, I get enjoyment at Smash. Only players getting confused by Terry's inputs. It's literally easy mode for me and anyone else that plays fighters." Yeah, that's true, Juice Man Vaughn. Thank you for the 5.
So easy mode, just back forward, down back.
It just depends on also like how you like. I don't play fighting games like with analog sticks, so that's for me. It's a little bit tougher. I mean, on a D-pad I can do it no problem, but analog stick is just a little bit harder for me.
It could always be Minecraft Steve.
Boy, you don't shut up.
I don't want it, but it's likely.
It could still be default Fortnite.
Fortnite guy.
No,
that.
We got time. We got time to do this and like get a final Smash.
Oh,
no, God, that would be horrible.
I think Crash is a possibility. I think Spyro maybe is a possibility. I think.
What about Ooh La La from Space Channel 5?
Probably not. I think they'd go with Shantae instead. I think they'd be like. I think they would.
But she's already in the game as a spirit.
That's true.
Exactly.
So wait, so is Ooh La La. I think she is too.
Yeah.
Is she?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know.
I'm telling y'all right now. He said a Blizzard representative. I can see that.
Tracer? Yeah, I can see that.
Now
They've
right
been
now,
openly talking about it.
they don't want that smoke.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean,
They're gonna push it back or delay it. True.
Well, I mean, when Overwatch 2 comes out, everyone's still gonna buy it. Or everyone's
man,
gonna
You heard about
tell you
how
what.
Overwatch 1 and Overwatch 2 have the same exact server. They're gonna merge them together eventually, right? You heard about that?
No, you will be able to play with people that have Overwatch 2. And Overwatch
Yeah,
1,
like-
so.
It's basically an expansion. That's all it is.
Exactly, but they're calling it a sequel.
Which is fine. I don't have a problem with like why get rid of your player base. I don't have a problem with that.
I don't know how the art style will work, but as a very last DLC, Sub-Zero and Scorpion, and they just
I
get
want
it
Scorpion.
be done with it.
I really do.
I'd
I want
personally prefer
Scorpion.
Sub-Zero. That'd be dope.
I would. That would complete. I literally at that point like, why make this game again? If they do that, that's it.
You know what I'm saying? They could probably be Echo.
They haven't done any echoes for DLC yet, though. So,
But they could.
They could, but they haven't done any yet.
But they could.
Charity says Grand Theft Auto character in Smash.
Oh, Nico Bellic. Nico
Mario
Bellic.
would never shoot hookers.
Let's go bowling. You can go bowling with Nico for the final Smash. He pulls out the bowling ball. And
That's his final Smash.
Yeah.
He's like, I don't want to go fucking bowling. He just throws a bowling ball at people.
You know, if they do a GTA, it has to be CJ, bro.
If they did GTA, the controls
He said CJ.
somehow the controls would be a lot worse than everybody else's
Smoke.
controls. If they did GTA, the controls just jack up in that game. I mean, because GTA's controls have been historically horrible in like nearly every game. The controls are just.
I have never hated riding a bicycle in a game so much as I have in GTA. Like, it makes no sense for the controls.
Let me get 2 number 9s. Number 9 large.
It's just crazy how bad the driving is in that game. Like you really have to control your very
Remember the
steady,
racing
or else
missions
you're
in
gonna hit
GTA
stuff.
4?
Yo, what
Remember
was the name of
those
that?
Oh, I was saying racing in the game is kind of trash.
Yeah,
Like,
it's legit. Honestly,
And True
horrible.
Crime was like better in just about every way.
It's so bad.
It was.
It was better every way. The combat, the driving, all of that shit was better.
yeah. GTA 5 is like driving on ice. Like you're slipping around. Like you're.
The
Well, they had to fix a GTA 4. They made it too realistic.
Controls and just GTA games just aren't good in general. The gameplay, I've never found the gameplay to be that entertaining, but it's like what you can do like whatever you want. That's the entertaining thing about GTA. But the controls, I mean, like if you think about it, like everything that it does, like racing, shooting, there's games that do that way better. It's like it's a jack of all trades, but it's really a master of nothing because there's games that do shooting, do racing, do driving, do everything better than GTA. But GTA puts it all together. You know,
it's not even best at open world anymore.
You know, top tier acting, top tier. They have like the best actors or the best like plot. Like the writing's brilliant in GTA. You know, like that's what makes GTA so good.
You know what GTA 3 was? It was the Final Fantasy 7 of its time because it was so controversial that everyone started playing it.
Is that what they put on the box? It's the Final Fantasy 7 of GTA games.
You and this Final Fantasy 7 thing.
I love GTA 3.
First of all, you gonna stay
Nova Life in game. That's what's going to
happen. First of all, Baron, you gonna stay avatarless. You gonna stay there, your little circle. Be quiet for a second. All right?
Well, yeah,
be quiet for a second.
We tired of all this Final Fantasy 7 crap you doing.
First of all, you're gonna deal with it.
Speaking of Final Fantasy 7 crap, I could proudly say that I also was able to find a pre-order of the Cyberpunk Collector's Edition.
Nice.
Not Final Fantasy 7, but nice.
My Patreon link is down. No, I'm kidding.
Okay, someone's asking me. Like we'll do this before we log out because I don't want to keep you guys over 2 hours. Game of the year. So who you guys is game of the year?
Beaterlands
3, right?
Astral Chain.
Astral Chain, baby.
Okay, Astral Chain for Abaddon. Okay, that's kind of.
Yeah, I've been saying that.
Okay, cool.
That is either that or Fire Emblem. I'm sticking with Astral Chain.
Okay.
Astral Chain gang, baby.
If Super Smash Bros is being considered 2019, that's going to be one of them.
Stop
Mario
it.
Maker
Stop
2. Then there's Astral Chain, AI Summon Files. Like so many great games came out this year.
Look at all these Nintendo fans. Jeez.
Nah, I have my PlayStation right there.
Jordan, I will say this.
Fortnite.
Borderlands 3 has an absolute big chance of getting nominated.
I think I think if it's not nominated, it's a snub. I do think it's going to at least get a nomination. I don't think it's going to win.
I'm just going to say this: it's not going to be more than one. So it has to go up against Call of Duty. So.
I think it's not going to win, but it's going to get nominated.
I think it's going to get nominated for Game of the Year, but it's not going to win.
These would be the lowest in terms of Metacritic. These would be the lowest
scores for any game of the year.
Game of the year. I mean, we're talking like 83. Call of Duty's 82.
We're at the buffer point between generations right now.
Yeah. I mean,
and there's unfortunately we also in another place where Metacritic is being bombed too by people that just want to be sour pussies for views.
But these are supposed to be the times that we get the best games, in my opinion. Because if you look at like PS2 to PS3. We got Okami, we got Twilight Princess, we got Final Fantasy 12. We got some of the best games at the end of the generation. I don't know. I mean, I'm not saying that these games are bad, but it just seems to be like, like they really kind of.
There'll be some. I feel like there'll be some sleeper hits next year. A couple.
Yeah, there's gonna be a lot more hits next year, but
they're all gonna be ported onto or be playable on the next consoles anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Like we're hitting the year next year swinging for all the consoles. Like you have Final Fantasy 7 coming out, you have Cyberpunk dropping, you got
Trials of Mana.
You got Trials. I mean, that's not a shut the hell up.
Wait, hold up.
How dare you?
I'm talking about big hitters, not
Trials of Mana is going to be absolutely freaking amazing.
I'm probably talking about no little remakes.
Trials of Mana, and it's going to get you a lot more.
You just mentioned a remake.
It's a remake.
It ain't a little remake.
Trials of Mana is going to get more gameplay hours than Part 1 of Final Fantasy 7.
Animal Crossing, Doom. What was the other big one? No. Careful, guys. I know I'm going to say the word that's going to piss everyone off. Last of Us 2 is coming out next year. Oh no!
Why is that going to piss everyone off? That's going to be a big thing next year.
Man, because I say that word, and everyone in this podcast is like, "Last of Us 2."
No. I never said anything bad about The Last of Us 2.
No, you instigated.
No, I didn't.
Oh, Last of Us 2.
OJ gave
about Last of Us 2 or Last of Us 1? Which one?
I don't know. You're just instigating.
A little bit of both.
What did I instigate with Last of Us 2? I said I'm looking forward to seeing the game.
Exactly what you did.
Last of Us 1, I instigated a little bit, like with asking about like why is the gameplay good? Because I don't think it is.
Yeah, I mean,
instigator.
But
I mean, you know,
I was just trying to create conversation,
but we don't know.
Well, I'm gonna say this: Ghost of Tsushima. I don't know if that's even going to release next.
I don't know.
It might. No, never mind. I don't put anything past Sony because
I don't know about that.
We waited 3 years for Spider-Man. We thought Spider-Man was coming out 1 year, and another year went by. So
I did a debate against the guy who said it's okay for Sony to show off the same games, and they can technically win E3 every year showing off the same games.
They could.
Serious.
All I could say is, if you're a fan of Spider-Man, then be excited. That's all I could say.
Sony showed Spider-Man and Spider-Man, Bloodborne, and Horizon Zero Dawn for like 3 years in a row or whatever, and he was like, "Oh, it's okay. Those are good games, so it's okay to do it." That's strange. It's okay to do it. You can do it if it's fine. Well, I wonder if Nintendo did that. I wonder if Microsoft did that. I wonder how much
Nintendo did do that with one game. I feel like it ruined the game for them.
Which game?
Xenoblade Chronicles X.
Yeah, and I was critical about them with Xenoblade. You guys all know that I've been very critical. Like, you can't be sitting here showing the same game at E3s over and over and over and over and over.
Yeah.
I was critical. I don't think it's okay to sit there and show the same game 3 years in a row. That's or even 2 years is. That's a stretch. Like, to show the same game again over and over and over. Like, I don't want to see Cyberpunk anymore. Like, that's even too, and they didn't even really show us anything.
Well, you won't. It'll be out by the time the next E3 rolls.
Exactly. Like, one E3 is fine. Like, I don't need to see Cyberpunk. I don't need to see a cinematic trailer for Cyberpunk. Like, I don't even need to see that.
Nintendo set a new standard on how you reveal games. With the Switch, they revealed the game within the year, and then the next year you got the game. With the exception
Not
of
every game.
Most games. Most of their games.
The only exception is like what Animal Crossing and
Crossing, Bayonetta, Metroid Prime.
Those games were
Metroid Prime got canned.
Well, I mean,
they still showed it way too early.
They get shown though. Those just
it was just a logo.
It was still announcing them though.
Yeah,
Metroid staying out there.
Metroid, to be fair, Metroid Bayonetta didn't have release dates.
Yeah, but we're just talking about the concept of like
none of how really showing,
but
like saying it's a thing. Yeah. Nintendo has gotten better with waiting until it's actually they know it's a thing, and then they're like, okay, here's this now.
Yeah.
They used to just they started at the beginning of the Switch, and they were like, Metroid Prime 4, anyone? And everyone's like, yeah. And then they're like a year and a half of silence, and they're like, by the way, we had to start over. Sorry about that.
Well, because I mean, even if you look
Bayonetta, they've just been like Bayonetta.
Skyward Sword.
Here's Astral Chain.
Skyward Sword. That game was announced like in terms of that they were working on it like at the beginning of the Wii's life.
They need to bring that game to the Switch,
and it didn't come out. No, the end
no
of the
more
Wii's
ports.
life.
They need to fix the controls then to bring.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. No, bring it, and then you can use both. You can use Joy-Con. You can use Joy-Cons, or you can use your Pro controller.
I'm not going to sit there and do this again to confuse and dizzy enemies.
Like, you don't have to do that though.
Not anymore. If they fix it,
you didn't have to do it at all. Like
if they fix it,
you just had to learn how to play the game. Like you
it sucked.
I don't like the controls of Skyward Sword. I'm kind of with Jordan.
Skyward Sword easily.
If you have to move your arm across your body, you're doing it wrong.
But let me ask you a question, Shadow Fox.
How are you making them dizzy by doing this?
Shadow Fox, let me ask you a question. When you play
Skyward Sword, it's a light motion.
When you play Skyward Sword, here is the
hold up. Let me see.
When you play Skyward Sword, you legit have to go like this and do like motions to play like the game.
Not fully. Not exaggerated. Like this. Exaggerate. It's real easy motion like this.
It's an hour. It's an hour
like this.
I don't want to do that for 40 hours.
But even then, you're not even real. You're not exaggerating. Like most of my battles, I didn't move my hand left or right.
Is there a need for that? Is there really?
But you know what? I get their points. It's easier just to use this. So I'll say port it over. If they're finding a way to port over Xenoblade Chronicles X and form it on one screen, they can find a way to port over the motion, the actual button inputs for Skyward Sword.
Well, the only problem with that is that's kind of impossible. The only reason why Sword played the puzzles that were the bosses. The bosses were literally puzzles for motion control. And the Sword play incorporates the Z-axis. So that's going to be a problem.
Here's how you do it.
You need a third analog stick.
No, you do it like Metal Gear Rising, or you do it like what's another game that's recently came out that does it, like where they make it to where like when you go into like a sword mode and then like you can literally rotate your sword. And then there's another game that recently came out. I forgot what game it is.
And
Astral Chain does that. Astral Chain does it in some of the with the legions, like where you go into like the blade mode and like you can literally rotate your blade in any direction. I mean, obviously it's not as intuitive as.
But you have to, you have to stop to do it though. That's the only issue. And in Skyward Sword, you have to be on the move still be able to do that.
That's true.
But now that I'm thinking about it, Skyward Sword would probably be almost like. Would you say it would be a port, or would it be kind of like a remake? Kind of like
they'd have to remake the whole.
They'd have to
Remake
HD.
the whole game, and then you use Fire Corner or whatever to do whatever you need to do.
That game.
So here's an interesting part about the Game of the Year thing. I'm gonna read to you the top 6 rated games, right? Because usually they get like 6 or 7 nominations for Game of the Year.
Mm-hmm.
So these are the top 6 rated games. Okay. Of the year out of all platforms. Resident Evil 2.
I forgot about that game.
Resident Evil 2 remake, which probably won't get nominated, but I'm just putting it out there.
I think it will get nominated.
It's $15 for Black Friday.
It's a remake. It won't. But I'm just going to give you the top 6 highest rated. Resident Evil 2 remake. Sekiro.
Yeah.
Shut up.
Sekiro.
Shut up.
Is that like a
Sekiro?
Is that like a boombox or something like that?
Is that how you say it, Darren?
If your ass can say Mario, I can say Sekiro.
I don't say Mario, okay? Because I don't wear pants.
Yeah, we say
like the
Mario
people that say
over here.
Mario. No.
All right, so let me finish this list. All right.
Yo, Resident Evil, Sekiro,
Nintendo,
Luigi's Mansion.
No, Resident Evil 2 remake, Shadows Die Twice, Fire Emblem 3 Houses, Devil May Cry 5, Super Mario Maker 2, Astral Chain.
Oh, that's a shitty list.
Damn, Devil May Cry came out this year?
It did.
That's what I'm saying.
Now, Astral
Yeah.
How's it? Is it really that high rated?
Those are the top rated games
Yeah,
of
it's
this
1 point above Astral Chain. Devil May
I
Cry.
can't believe it's that high rated of a game. I thought I know people enjoyed it and gave it good ratings. Like I played a bit of it, but like
It's a good
That
game.
game was definitely overrated as reviewers stated. Sekiro and Astral Chain are better.
People reviewed Astral Chain and docked it points because it didn't have a character like Dante. That was literally in the review.
Those are the.
But I can play as
I'm not gonna
Anime Girl.
include Dragon Quest 11 last year, so it's like that's not a game of the year situation for 2019. So those are the 6 highest rated games.
Yeah.
And
wow,
I've been telling you that three Switch games have to be nominated. There's no way you can cut it. Like even if you cut Resident Evil after that, you got to go to Luigi's Mansion and then the Outer Worlds. So
no, they're gonna cut it. They don't have to go with the highest rated. They don't have to.
Okay, I'm just saying if they
it
don't
shows
go with the
how
highest
fraud
rated,
they are.
You know how they've acted. You know how they've
They're
acted.
Western based anyway.
Yeah.
Well, they usually go with the highest rated.
Okay,
They're gonna
if they don't go by the
snub a lot of
highest
the-
rated and they go further down the line.
Listen,
Luigi's
we're gonna
Mansion
get
comes up.
So Gears,
it's like-
we're gonna get Death Stranding, we're
Gears
gonna
is
get
not gonna get-
Outer Worlds, we're gonna get a
Gears gonna
bunch
be
of
on
these
there.
games in this
Gears
list,
not.
and then we're gonna get
Death
Fire Emblem 3
Stranding is
Houses,
not
and Astral
getting
Chain is gonna
nominated.
get no.
Fire
Y'all got
Emblem
to
3
give that up.
Fire
Y'all got to
Emblem
give
3
that up.
Houses needs to be nominated for Game of the Year. It legit needs to be nominated for Game of the Year.
Baron, you know that this award show is more Western oriented. So
I
they're
think
going
Luigi's Mansion. I think Luigi's Mansion has a decent chance.
It does.
it might, but it might
can see
get
that.
overlooked.
That's what I'm saying. If you cut Resident Evil 2, Luigi's Mansion and Outer Worlds are right there, and then you got to go into Borderlands 3 at that point. So it's like
you know what the funny? All of these games, like usually in most of the years, we get 90+ rated games, but this time this one's a little
It's a
bit
crappy
lower.
year for gaming.
Let's be honest. The Switch, 3 of those Switch games should be 90 rated. Let's be real honest about that.
Fire Emblem
True.
3 Houses should be a 90. Fire Emblem 3 Houses, in my opinion, should be a 90.
Put them on another platform so they can get that point.
They should
I
be
think
90.
reviewing
let's be
in
honest.
general, the way it's been this whole year has been terrible. Like how people are reviewing games, it's not right how they're purposely going out of their way for people to
No,
try and
everything's been
bomb
review
stuff.
bombed.
Exactly, like it's been a
That's
horrible
from
year
fans,
for
though.
review.
That's not from actual.
Yeah, but
reviews
some
like that.
critics are being a little extra, putting their 2 cents in these reviews.
Look at the
You
Death
at
Stranding
difference,
critics.
You could tell. Yeah.
Oh,
Look at the Death Stranding critics.
Oh,
Half of them are just like, I didn't even give this game 5 minutes and I hate it. 0.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I love this game. Kojima's a genius. 10 out of 10. Like,
Yeah, and it's
no one's
boring.
taking it serious anymore. No, I don't. That's why I don't listen to reviews of anything because everyone just has their own biases. Where are the real journalists in 2019? Why y'all sellouts?
Journalism?
Exactly.
Jim Sterling.
Game journalism? Where they do that at?
I don't know. Leave it
Technically
to the
speaking,
YouTubers
though,
because the websites
He
don't.
said, "Where did they
based
do
on
that
the
at?"
Game Awards, though, based on how the Game Awards works, technically speaking, Smash Brothers Ultimate should be Game of the Year. That's based on how it works. That should be Game of the Year. Highest rated, best content, most DLC, most all sorts of stuff that you.
And guess what?
It should be.
We've seen that didn't happen. That didn't happen now at the game of the year.
It didn't happen back in 2014. It's not going to happen now.
It didn't happen last year. It didn't happen in 2014.
Well, it didn't happen last year.
2 times it didn't happen.
It didn't happen last year because it wasn't eligible. But it's based on the way that they have it.
No, you said the highest rated game. That's what I'm talking about. Twice that did not happen.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying, like, based off of like what we've seen so far, like Smash Brothers should be at the the Keeley Awards. I'm really gonna start saying the Keeley Awards. I want to.
You might as well.
It is the Keeley Awards.
You might as well, yeah.
I'm gonna call it that.
Keeley says Smash
Keeley and friends.
Keeley says Smash is eligible.
It is, but I'm just saying it's not going to get it because a lot of these journalists, they sit there, they play Smash. Oh, well, this looks fun, but it's like the same thing that I played 20 years ago.
and they're dumb. That's not how it is at all.
You know,
the whole time I love
Smash, but I believe it will be it will do Nintendo more justice here if Astral Chain, Fire Emblem, and probably Luigi's Mansion or Mario Maker get nominated versus Smash. It would do more wonders if those 3 get nominated.
Smash has never won a Keeley Awards. You know, I think that'd be great if Smash wins it.
Listen, if they actually allowed Smash Brothers to be in the Game of the Year nomination against Death Stranding, we don't know for sure.
If they voted into the nomination, is what you're saying.
Yeah,
but it's already eligible.
Yeah, I just think that they're gonna make Death Stranding win even against Smash Brothers.
Death Stranding
even after 60
is not going to get nominated.
Almost. Like
it's not happening.
Listen, they are going to nominate it.
Look, this is what I'm telling you. This one,
it's the Keeley Awards. He might slip.
It's too many people out here talking negatively about this game. Secondly, his own fan base attacked him about the game and reviews when the game came out. The game is not getting nominated for Game of the Year.
Still his show.
Not happening. It's not going to happen.
He's going to get his award. I guaranteed you by the end of that night.
He would get his. I'm just saying, Death Stranding, as far as Game of the Year,
I don't know.
Is not going to be there.
Stranding's getting
Death Stranding for best narrative, probably.
Link's Awakening should have it before Death Stranding, if I'm being real.
That's a remake, though.
That's a remake.
They're going to bring back the remake.
Even Dragon Quest 11 S doesn't count.
They're going to bring back the remake.
They'll have to this year. There's so many of them.
Yeah.
I don't see how to disqualify from being nominated for Game of the Year. Especially with Death Stranding, never mind.
Oh Lord.
Hey, Orion, whoever said Astral Chain is button mashy, they doing.
You don't know what you're doing.
No,
he said Astral Chain button man.
A reviewer.
What the hell? Okay, I want to know what the hell is
somebody said that.
Yeah, a reviewer said it. A reviewer
said it, but I wanted to know what the hell is button mash.
I'm about to say, Orion. I'm like, you know better, Orion.
No,
someone called Astral Chain a beat 'em up too on a review. Like,
yo, you want to talk about someone who has hours clocked into Monster Hunter? Orion does.
Orion has all the hours.
There's like 1,000+ hours into Monster Hunter. But like, and speaking of like Astral Chain, like a reviewer played it on the Unchained difficulty, so he wasn't getting rankings, and the enemies just sit there. He's like, oh, this is just a button match. He played it on the easiest difficulty, and he said, oh, and there's no ranking system. Like, dude, you just exposed the hell out of yourself because there's only no ranking system like Bayonetta. Because he complained about that in his review. He said there's no ranking system like previous Platinum Games titles. And we're like, dude, you exposed yourself hardcore. You played on the easiest difficulty, like, and he never responded to anybody with that. He's like, oh,
and you're still trash.
Yeah, like he's legit trash and should never review another game again. I think that's a career ender for me in terms of me taking it seriously.
Let's say this: Keeley said the nomination list is supposed to go up in like a week or so.
All right, that's cool.
Toward Thanksgiving, so.
Yeah, it's gonna be after Star Wars. They're gonna
toward.
So what happens? So what happens if Death Stranding's on the list, though?
If Death Stranding is on the list, me and OJ,
me too. I'll join.
We gonna put our travel plans together, and we crash in the damn game. We not having that shit.
That's too much. That's too much work. That's too much work.
I would take big issues with Death Stranding being nominated.
That is too much work for me.
I would take big issues.
That would be the first time a game rated at 83 would be nominated.
83. I know it's not all about review scores, but like there's a lot more games that I think
deserve it.
It ain't just shunning Nintendo games. You're shunning stuff like the Outer Worlds. You're shunning stuff like Borderlands 3. You're shunning a lot of stuff, but trying to include that game, it's not possible. I don't see him doing that. I just don't see it. I don't see the people on the panel.
Out soon.
I don't see the people on the panel voting for it because they have to vote on it for the nomination. So I don't see it happening. I really don't.
The people voting, do they get paid by Jeff Keighley?
No.
Exactly. So we should be fine. We should hopefully be fine, but you never know.
We'll see.
Jordan just want to see a whole cluster.
Dude, I hope it's the messiest show. I hope he's like,
I'm gonna get some popcorn.
We're nominating God of War again. Like, just some weird.
No,
Like
they're
said,
gonna nominate Destiny 2 for third.
2K19.
That's what
Destiny 2.
Put
Destiny 2.
2K19 up there.
Well, all right, guys, we're gonna wrap it up for this one.
OJ, before we end up, DJ King had a question. Did you hear about the brand new Nintendo IP that came out, it's coming out?
Stretchers or something like that.
Yeah,
I heard.
Looks pretty funny actually. Looks like a funny game.
Looks
I ain't
weird
never
as
seen
hell.
it. What is that?
It's like Crazy Taxi, but you're an ambulance and you're carrying people who are dead or almost dead into your ambulance.
Where did y'all see this?
It's on Twitter.
It just came out today.
It came out. It's on the Japanese eShop, and you can buy it and play it in English. So you
sounds like a genre of video you'd watch late at night. Anyway, that's the podcast.
Yep. Well, that's the podcast. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate it. Solid podcast. Thank you guys for all the people that came through. Do appreciate you guys. We're gonna go one by one, and you guys can kind of give you a little outro, and let people know where they can find you. So, Shadow Fox, where can they find you at, my man?
You can find me on YouTube at Shadow Fox Infinite. You can also find me on Twitter at Shadow Fox RK. Yeah, y'all have a good one. I enjoyed it on the podcast.
All right. VC, where can they find you at, my man?
You can find me on Twitter at VCIPZ. If that makes the link, I don't know if it will. I just type Twitter. But if not, it's all good. You can just type VCIPZ to follow me up. I do reviews, gaming, music, and more. I also do streams now. And I recently had 2 new videos. One video for Blizzard and their whole debacle and how everything's been going downhill for them for the past year. And also, thanks to ToeJam and Earl, they actually gave me a review code for their game, Back in the Groove. If you want to check that review out, you can. And
great review.
We got a lot coming soon. Dragon Quest XI review comes tomorrow. So check that out if you're interested.
Looking forward to that. Next up, Jordan, you got a new video up and new channel. You want to talk about a little bit?
So since everyone's wearing like the same type of glasses, I guess I will.
Yes.
Yes. Yep. So y'all can check me out on my gaming channel. Not this channel. The channel I'm just linking right now is Batteries Low. It's my gaming channel. I've been doing almost daily content on there. Really good Animal Crossing video I put out yesterday. I really like. And today, right as the podcast started, I put out a Black Friday video going over some of the best deals that you can find out there. So go ahead and peep those. We're literally a few subs away from 1,600 on there. So I appreciate everyone who's going over.
Congratulations.
It's awesome.
Thank you. I appreciate it. So yeah, appreciate it. Go check it out. Go give it a sub. If you like what I have to say about games on here or my controversial statements, go give it a click.
All right. Abaddon, where can they find you?
You guys can find me over at Abaddon Smith. I'm actually going back to making edited content. Right now I'm getting my butt whooped with Terry trying to multitask. Oh, I'm about to win. Okay, cool. Y'all playing Smash Bros. I just won. I have a new video talking about Metacritic. And yeah, I'm working on the editing for this. I could just put it out raw, but I said I want to put out a well-edited video for you guys. And I'm going to give you guys a sneak peek. Metacritic is overrated.
Okay.
That's the video.
Cut this man, Mike.
And sorry, my bad. I thought you were done. My bad. Go ahead.
No, Baron. You'll enjoy the video because it's gonna actually give credence to a lot of the same things, a lot of the same games that you saw that should have been higher rating. You just mentioned it. Games you felt were 90s were 80s. Metacritic's overrated. Point proven.
It ain't really Metacritic. It's the people who reviewed it.
Point proven.
Metacritic just takes all the scores together.
Point proven.
That's all it does.
All right. And next up is Baron. Where can they find you, my man?
You can find me, not
in Baltimore.
Not in Baltimore. You can find me on your favorite social media site, kicking off the Astral Chain Game of the Year campaign. We got to get this thing rolling. You know what I mean? And you can also find me. I think I'm done trolling Death Stranding, so I'll find something else to troll.
Yeah, that was funny.
A week till Pokemon.
I'm looking at it now. It's product placement in this game, man. This is
the monster. You see my tweet? There's monster cans. When one of the showers in the game closes, it advertises Norman Reedus' AMC ride show with motorcycles.
Yeah, it does.
Bro, it's everywhere, man.
They
Kojima
need-
not only got the bag from Sony, he got the bag from everyone else in the.
They
He's like,
needed-
"Oh, monster, you want in the game? Let me scan
They
your
needed
drink."
to do this to fund it. They honestly needed to do that to fund the game.
It's so
Oh,
gross.
let me tell you, this is gonna be a huge flop for Sony with how it's looking. That's all I'm
Really?
gonna say.
Well,
Sony's gonna be out a lot of money. They're not happy.
well, one thing I want
know
to
the
say
sale-
is if
wait,
you
hold
need
up, hold
the
up.
tile, you're gonna love the game because all that monster.
Are you got some inside information on initial sales or pre-orders or something?
I've heard some things, but I can't publicly talk about everything right now.
Well, what can
You'll
talk
see.
about?
Well, I'm pretty sure.
Sony is bracing themselves for a huge loss right now. That's why they're not funding a huge ad campaign.
Hold up, wait a minute. How much money did they put into Death Stranding?
The exact numbers aren't out there, but it's
Nearly
pretty. It's almost movie budget.
50,
It's pretty
50
bad.
million?
Wow,
I'm thinking 50,
that is
50 million?
ridiculous.
I've heard way more than that,
More than 50
but I could be wrong.
Probably 100 million.
Listen, don't forget, there's some
50
games out there that
million
also
for that
cost
trash?
200 million.
Yeah,
There's
but
games
those
out there that are expensive.
Yeah, I know games. Okay, they did a Rick and Morty campaign, so they did do that. They did that.
That's
for
easy.
ads.
Oh,
Rick
snap.
and Morty, they're not expensive to get to your campaign. Logic got them to do
s-
their album stuff. So
Yo, Charity put you out there, OJ.
What's he say?
Chase.
How'd you go see?
I didn't
Oh.
see it.
Oh,
I thought
She-
you wanted
she-
my sister.
I thought you wanted my sister. Oh,
Hey, she put you out there, dog.
Wait a minute. I didn't say anything about
Put
wanting
you
your
out to
sister.
dry.
Wait, what did I even say? What did I even say to
I
Charity?
remember you saying that.
I actually do too. Actually,
I don't recall this at all.
I don't recall this at all. That's what you say
What are
when
you-
you're on
what-
the stand
what are you
against Phoenix
talking
Wright.
about? What are you
I have
talking
no idea.
about? What
I
did
have
I
no
say
idea
to
what
her? Oh, I thought you wanted my sister? No, Charity. No sister. Well, I mean, well.
he said
All right,
no.
guys. Thanks for
Oh,
coming out to the stream.
You done made a slip up.
Thanks for coming out to
slip up for
the
29. He done said it right. I knew it. I knew
Aaron,
it.
you
don't
slipped
want
on the
no
wood.
sisters.
Come on, man.
You don't want no sisters. I knew it. I knew it.
Thanks for coming out to the
I
stream.
knew it. I knew it. Got him.
What are you
Ladies and
talking
gentlemen,
about?
we got
What are you talking about, man?
I caught what he said. He said you want those sisters. I
You
caught
don't want no
exactly.
sisters.
Oh.
Ladies and
I
gentlemen,
caught
we
what he
got
said.
Oh my God.
We got him.
OJ, are you future? You want twin sisters?
I have no idea what you guys. You guys are stupid as hell. I have no idea. No idea what the
OJ
hell
only
you guys are
wants
talking
middle-aged
about.
white women who knit
OJ
sweaters.
only want them Dora Explorers and the Latinos. That's what he wants.
OJ likes some
Alright,
50
OJ likes mayonnaise confirmed.
Oh, golly.
OJ only wants
Dumb as
people
hell.
who wear
At
their
this point,
tank
y'all
tops.
just saying anything at this point, and it's funny. Like,
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
OJ likes chips and salsa. Oh!
Well, we all know you like Dora.
Like, what the hell are you guys talking
This
about?
man went from Flintstone vitamins to vitamin D to mayo to Dora
Viagra.
Explorer to we. I don't want no sister. Okay, I got you.
No, I didn't
got
say anything about. I said sis. Did I say sisters? I meant.
Like you want no sis or sisters?
So it sounds like you with them people. Rainbow Coalition.
Dude,
Oh,
I'm
man.
with. I'm pro. I'm pro sister. I'm pro.
You can't even say it with a straight face.
What are y'all talking about? You talking about? Oh, I don't want this out there that I don't like black women. Hold up here.
That was the whole joke the entire time.
Hold up here.
OJ trying to find himself a twig-like Kentucky blonde
Hold up
cheerleader.
here. I actually really do like black women.
You know-
I
you
even
know-
proved that by
you-
saying
you-
Twintel is my favorite. All right, so stop it.
That don't make no sense. Nah, that don't work.
That's a cover-up.
That's a cover up.
I've
You like
said-
Terry Crews. You like Terry
Well,
Crews
you
and
like-
movie
you
white
like,
chicks, man. That's what
yeah.
you is right now.
Hey,
You like them little rubber duckies.
Hey,
bro.
look, I told anybody that comes to my streams, y'all hear my stories, okay? And I've said some stories that involve black women, so hey, I know it's all good.
Mm-hmm.
Galaxies, right?
Yeah, he likes
Yeah, Galaxy.
he likes them almond joys.
Galaxy.
He always likes the candy with a little bit of nuts.
Wow.
Yo, OJ, you got an empty bottle
That
around,
remind
right?
me of that almond
Maybe
episode
around for
of
a little
Martin.
while.
If anybody ever,
No, I don't know what these people are.
Martin
These
is
people are dumb as. Don't listen to any of these idiots on this podcast. This man Baron watches
Listen.
The Wood nightly, daily.
OJ's always waiting for a payday, if you know what
he
I'm
watches
saying.
the wood.
oh man,
Watches The Wood.
Wow.
And-
I caught that,
OJ
Jordan.
Somebody say OJ likes snow bunnies. Oh.
Oh.
Let me just say that. And VC, VC likes women with smaller. VC like women with smaller butts than him. So I mean,
No, I like a milf.
OJ's looking for the white women that when they turn sideways.
We gotta rename OJ. You like your name is Hefner Essence right now. That's what your name is.
Yo, OJ likes Karens, like 60-year-old Karens. They go into Dunkin' Donuts getting mad that they didn't get the right round. That's the type of women.
Oh my god.
oh man,
That's what really gets him. He's like, yeah, you go in there, complain, and get that money back.
Charity says I like SSBB. No, that's too.
Yeah, you can speak to her manager.
I can't do the SSBB.
Super Saiyan BBW. That what I mean?
That's what that.
SBBW.
That's what that is.
Can't do the Super Saiyan, dude. That's
Super Saiyan BBWs.
Don't take
They grow the
account
tail
of
and
how to the
everything.
hymen.
Oh man.
Yo, Cherry just dubbed a new theme for the chat for you now.
the S. That's the.
She don't dunk on you ultra hard.
That's
Golly, SSBMW.
no, BMW, not BMW.
Body made wrong.
No, she's got that. They got that Majin Buu BBWs. No, I'm good, bro. I'm good.
Oh man, yo, I'm crying right now.
Oh my god, no, I'm good. But anyway, thank you guys.
OJ's into those concave
I
butt.
thought last week was bad. This is crazy.
Oh, like
Yeah,
that
this
Kim
was
Kardashian
sexual.
type of cheek. It just goes outward completely.
No, he likes the ones that go inward completely.
No.
Oh,
The inverted ass.
He likes it when it goes
Oh,
from
man.
back to thigh, straight back
Oh,
to
look.
thigh.
OJ, you be messing with them iron boards? Good lord.
You like them flapjacks, OJ?
Yeah, he likes to bend them over and put them in the closet.
oh no.
Everyone
I don't
knows
even know
what
what that
I based on
means.
what I've been saying. No, everybody out here talking about Mithra is the greatest. She get her butt smaller than Rex. I'm good, bro. No.
What?
I'm good.
Wait a minute. What?
Wait, what? Wait, what?
How
Why
you
you
know how
looking at
big
Rex
Rex's
booty?
butt is, bruh?
What in the world is going on, man?
I'm just saying.
Yo. Sounds like you're playing the game wrong.
Well, when you play Rex, you
Rex's
see
ass
him
all
from
the
you're not looking at Rex from the forward.
What are you looking at?
Why are you looking at Rex's butt?
Why are you staring at his butt?
What is going on?
I'm not staring. It's an
OJ,
observation.
see, I
At
knew,
least play
OJ, I
as
see.
Mia.
I knew something was wrong when you said Shoke was not ugly. He was cute.
I didn't say he was.
wait,
I
what?
didn't say he was cute.
Oh,
Yo, so you making up stuff.
He's so adorable.
OJ's
I didn't say he was cute.
Ugly.
You lying.
saying he's
You
cute
lying.
and adorable, OJ. Come on.
Y'all
man.
have too much fun, man. Y'all have too
Right,
much
OJ right now. You lying, man. I never said that, man.
I'm cutting the street. I'm cutting the street.
That's
All right.
exactly it.
Bye, everyone. Bye, Felicia's. I never said that. Barron's-
You said Shoke was a very good look.
Okay, look. Well, you watched the wood naked when you got with the. You watched the wood butt naked after you had some relations with people. Bye, everyone.